Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We're going to go ahead and get class started for the Shabbat. I got a class set. Does anybody have, any announcements? I mean, the one main announcements, help the school. We ask that you please help the school. If you can give alms, if you can give tithes, if you can help us keep the school, we would appreciate it. And everybody that does help, we appreciate you. Every month you help, every time you give, we appreciate all you've given. All the brothers and sisters, of course, here, Houston, Rochester. We know brothers in locations, sisters in locations help out that location. But if you're not helping out a location, we ask to help, to get help for our location. You know what I mean? We're asking for help for the school. So, any other announcements?
Was anybody able to check the YouTube for the blog talk? Yeah, we said last class that we believe the blog talk is back on YouTube, but we're going to have a brother double check just to see.
Okay. All right. You had a question in Deuteronomy, Where are we at?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 13 down to, down to about 22.
Go ahead. Where are we at?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
And he may establish thee today for a people unto himself, and that he may be unto thee a God, as he hath said unto thee, and as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath, but with him that standeth here with us this day.
Mm-hmm.
So, starting from getting context, knowing you're talking to Israel, I'm trying to understand or get the understanding of is that talking about like Israel in the future? You know, the Israel that one the souls that are going to be cut off, the ones that are going to be strangers living in strange lands, like.
Right, of course.
Okay, well that's what I was thinking.
Right.
All right. So how do I? Okay, take me through it.
Go to and this one. I know you're gonna think I'm being funny, but it's the basics, right? Go to Psalms 147, 19 and 20. It's the basics.
When more I read and I see something that I'm like, I might have a little question in my head. I'm like, yeah, let me ask.
Okay, go ahead and read that.
Psalms of the 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Mm-hmm.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
Mm-hmm.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Mm-hmm.
Praise ye the Most High.
Right. So we know this is talking about who?
Israel.
First and foremost, right? Okay. So what are we asking? Future tense? We're asking future tense for the right.
Yeah.
Go to Psalms 102 verse 18. Like I said, basics. Ready?
God.
Go ahead.
Psalms of the 102, verse 18. This shall be written for the generation to come, and the people which shall be created shall praise the Most High.
Right.
For he hath looked down from the height of his sanctuary.
Right, right. So, like I said, I'm not being funny, but
No, I didn't have that. I didn't have that.
right.
Okay.
Just remembering going to the basics. This is written for the generation to come. Another basic one, which is what? What were you gonna say?
No, I'm saying I know that. I've actually like before. I don't know. It was a while ago, but I actually taught that for the Most High to speak to Abraham, right?
Uh-huh.
And say his children, his offspring, when they haven't even existed. Here, himself and Sarah haven't even produced a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always tossed to the children to come.
Right.
You know, when he spoke to Isaac, when he spoke to Jacob, he's speaking to the children to come. So I understood that, just didn't have the precepts to substantiate that.
What's another basic one that goes with this? Y'all should have. The Romans 15:4. This is the one I was looking for, which I had a brain fart. Psalm 78, verse 4. So get those two.
Come.
Romans 15:4, and then Psalm 78, verse 4.
Romans chapter 15 and verse 4.
Right?
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Right. So whatsoever was written aforetime was written for our learning, right? That goes with the Psalms 102 and 18. And then the Psalm 78, verse 4.
Psalm chapter 78 and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
We will not hide them from their children.
Right.
Shewing to the generations to come the praises of the Lord and his strength.
There you go. Show you the generations to come and his strength. Showing you whatsoever thing is written aforetime was written for our learning. This is written for the generations to come.
There you go.
This is for the children to come after us. Right? Oh, that was written back then. That wasn't for us. That's not what the book says. It literally, the Spirit writing it, putting it down, was written for us in this time, right?
Okay.
But finish though. Go down in there.
Okay.
And then we'll go to your next thing. Go ahead.
And his strength and his wonderful works that he hath done.
Uh-huh.
For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children,
Uh-huh.
that the generations to come, doubling down,
Yeah, it's doubling down. Exactly. Go ahead.
that the generations to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children.
There you go. See, to their children's children, right?
Even them that are not here.
Right, exactly.
Got it. Come.
That was it?
That's it.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I don't know if I missed the question. What was the question?
His question was basically precepts to show that it wasn't only about the generations that were there, that everything that was given to Moses and the children of Israel at that time was also for, how does it, he was basically saying, how does it transcend the moment and move forward into the future, right? And that's kind of what he was asking. Those are the scriptures to show like that moment Moses was talking wasn't just for them then, it was for all the generations to come. Yeah. All right. Yes.
I have a long question in Ezekiel 19, the whole chapter.
Oh, all right. I have something special tonight. We can go over that for you.
Later.
Yeah. Let us go over that for you another time. Ezekiel what?
19.
Okay. I'm gonna note that, and then what I'll do is I'll come back and go over the whole chapter for you. Yeah.
I had something in Leviticus.
Yeah.
Leviticus 17 and 10.
Leviticus 17 and what?
10.
Okay.
It's about the chapter of the eating of the blood.
Yeah. Let's go there.
Leviticus.
That's funny because that's where we're at in the reading. in the Sabbath reading. So where are we at in the where are we? Did we read 17 yet, or we're headed there?
We're still early in the book.
We're headed that way, right?
Right.
Leviticus 17 and what chapter?
17, verse 10.
Okay. Wait till he comes back in. Go ahead and read that.
Leviticus chapter 17 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people.
Yeah. Yeah, the Most High. We were just talking about the hemoglobin?
Yeah.
And we were looking that up, because the discrepancy is the the stuff in the pack with the meat, is it blood? And then when we looked it up, it said basically it was what was it called?
Hemoglobin.
Yeah, it was called hemoglobin, but what was it saying that?
It's the red blood cell.
Yeah, it's basically the red blood cells of it. So it's blood.
So, like liver and
We went over that too. That you don't supposed to eat liver. You don't supposed to eat gizzards. You don't supposed to eat those. Let's jump back. It's bruh, it's funny you said that because we just
that's what I'm in my own reading.
yeah. Well, that's the spirit.
That's a coincidence.
Right. Leviticus 7. Like
26.
yeah, 7 and
26.
Well, okay. Well, let me see what you got. 26.
That's about blood.
That's just the blood.
Yeah, I know.
No. You're talking about it's 7 and let's start from verse 2.
Leviticus chapter 7 and verse 2.
Uh-huh.
In the place where they kill the burnt offering,
Right.
shall they kill the trespass offering, and the blood thereof shall be sprinkled around about upon the altar.
You're supposed to eat it. Go ahead.
And he shall offer it, and he shall offer of it all the fat thereof,
Go ahead.
the rump, and the fat that covereth the inward.
So we're talking about the trespass offering, right? You're going to offer this, right? Go ahead.
And the 2 kidneys,
Right.
and the fat that is on them,
Uh-huh.
which is by the flank,
Right.
and the caul that is above the liver,
Uh-huh.
and with the kidneys,
Right.
it shall he take away.
You're going to take that away.
So that's literally like when you go hunt it and you string the deer up. And
There you go. See, a barbecue man. He already know.
all that. That's what you put in the bucket anyway.
Yeah, you throw that away. You don't eat that. Like, remember, why do our people eat it now? Because we're dealing with the Beastmaster.
I mean, really, I started eating it because I didn't know no better, and that's what I was getting.
Right.
Like my grandmother eat chili. I just didn't
Right.
like chitlins, but I prefer liver or
Mm-hmm.
pig butt, and it just stinks and it tastes.
Pig booty.
Yeah, pig and butt. I mean, what else is?
That's crazy.
Everybody would eat it. I just could not stomach it. I don't like tripe. I don't like nothing with intestines.
Yeah. Well, you see what the Most High is saying here, that stuff's supposed to be taken away. Look what he did with it. Go ahead.
And the priest shall burn them upon the altar for an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a trespass offering.
Right. So you weren't. Well, we were going over showing what the priest was going to take to eat. And that's why I'm showing you here. With that, they were like, no, you take that away, you burn that up.
And that's not the sin offering.
No, this is the trespass offering. So go ahead.
Which means if you do something wrong to someone, you burn that for.
Well, if you trespass against the Most High, right?
Yeah, and that's pretty much something wrong. Like you violated something. I took something from Shani.
Right.
And I felt like, bro, I wronged you, so I would have to go to the tabernacle and do all these things.
Right. I have to go get my offering. Then the priest was going to go through the process of taking your offering.
But it costs me. Because
it costs you.
I got to take out of my family.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't steal, then steal it again to get it back.
Right. So what's going to happen is it ideally, what was it supposed to do? Teach you a lesson. Like it's like when you run the red light, they want you to pay what? They want you to pay the money, so you learned your lesson. Like I ain't never running a light no more. Like when they got me with, I think it was $1,000. I ain't never speed no more. I was like, I learned my lesson. It was like it was some odd years back, and guess what? I got one ticket in the last 8 years, right? Because I was not playing that. The kids are like, why you drive so slow? Because I am not getting no $1,000 no more. That break your soul. That'll hurt your spirit.
How fast was you going?
Well, no, it was just, you know how it is. You just moving and you get one ticket after another.
Oh yeah, assessment.
Oh, compiled tickets.
Yeah, you get like, it wasn't just one ticket. That'd be crazy though, right? Like if I was in a Maserati, just no. This was like a compiled. But yeah, you trespass, and what do they want? The white man want the offering, right?
He wants the money.
He wants the money, and remember, they transgressed the law. They took our laws and we worked them and amend them. But you know what they're gonna keep in there? They're gonna keep in there the money, right? Because that's supposed to ideally teach you a lesson, right? That don't break the law, right? Same thing. Like you would trespass, you was gonna go give this animal. This animal is dying because of you. There was supposed to be some mental to hit your conscience and guilt of this happening on top of the payment, right? So you got a living creature dying because of you.
You slaughtered the animal, basically. You took its life.
Right. So remember, because like we were talking about all these, and they're gonna do a class on it because somebody had asked for Sabbath morning class, but about the offerings, all these offerings, the sin offering, the trespass offering, the Passover, all that was Christ. He was the offering. It's the ultimate. Here we're gonna do one man is gonna give up his life in representation of all these offerings and all these things that you mess up at, and the weight is going to be on him, right? And now how are you going to react and how are you going to live when it's this man laying down his life for you? And that's why it says if you when you sin, it's like you put Christ to an open shame, right? It's like you go there real quick. Go to Hebrews. I don't want to butcher the scripture. Go to Hebrews. Yes, ma'am.
So, for those who do, like, blood transfusion and stuff like that, how do you explain that?
Say that again, sis. Say it a little bit louder.
Like, for people who have to get blood transfusion.
Uh-huh.
How do you explain that? Like, intermingling blood.
Let me answer this real quick, because that's kind of veering off of his point or his question. Read that real quick.
Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
If they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance.
Right. So, and this is going to come out in the class, but it's kind of along your question. If they fall again, to renew unto them repentance.
Seeing they crucify themselves, the Son of the Most High afresh.
So it's like you turn back to the worldly things. You might as well take Christ yourself, and crucify him on the cross yourself. That's the idea we were supposed to have for the animals, right? For all these sacrifices. But we didn't because we weren't spiritual. We were approaching the law in a robotic, carnal way, like we do nowadays with the law, right?
Where it's more about money and monetization.
Well, let me just stick with the fringes. Like nowadays, it's about I'm gonna wear my fringes, but I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette on the low, or I'm gonna go commit adultery. I'm gonna wear my fringes, but I'm not gonna uphold the standard. Like, so you got your fringes, but your conscience is not purged from what it's supposed to be. So that's what we were doing with the animals. It's like, okay, I trespass. Let me go get some animals. I'm gonna get my animal, right? And then that didn't clear your mind like it was supposed to. So ideally, and I say ideally because not everybody believes, but Christ is supposed to be way above an animal. Now he is to the chosen and to the believers, but some cats that want to keep playing games, they crucify Christ of flesh daily. Why? Because they're like, you know what? I messed up again. I'm just going to go give back into that negativity again. And I'm going to keep turning back. I'm going to keep, you know what? I'm done with this. You know what? I'm going to go do me. I just got in a fight. I just got in a fight with my woman, so I'm leaving the truth. I got in a fight with my husband. We separated. So you know what? I'm not going to abide by the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. I'm done. I'm done with the truth.
Looking at it, I was taking it in a whole different way.
Yeah.
I was looking at it more like they had to pay for that or borrow it, or go somewhere else.
And that's.
And I didn't even know about like what you just said, like you crucifying Christ of going backwards.
Yeah.
And stepping the wrong way. I didn't even take that.
Well, once again, when they go over the class, is going to go through all that, right? All these offerings, just to repeat it again, was Yahweh Shai, the sin offering, the trespass offering. He's the accumulation of, okay, you guys didn't understand none of this. We're going to do it one time, and this man is going to come die for you. I'm going to give you my son, right? So that's why he says this. Go ahead.
And put him to an open shame.
And you put Christ to an open shame when this game is played of, oh, I'm going to go back. I'm going to keep going back, renewing, right? I'm going to keep going back. I fell off again. And you don't have that godly sorrow. It's like you're putting the nails in yourself, right? So.
Is that why you killed Aaron's sons? Like he told them not to do this, but they can't do it.
Well, let's go back to the story before we jump to this part and try to mesh them together. He killed Aaron's sons because they was out of order and they weren't following what he told them to do. And that goes along the lines of some of the classes you missed. And I know your vehicle and all that, but just some of the Sabbath you missed was about the law and keeping the law the way the Most High set it up and how severe the law is. And I had went over the class recently about when little boys run camps. And it's showing that how a lot of people, brothers, don't take the process serious. Aaron's sons, they thought it was a joke. They thought it was a game. They thought, oh, we could do it our way. We could do what we want. We're gonna be out of order. Moses was like, I'm gonna show the severity of the law and how serious what's gonna happen for y'all being out of order. Yeah, the Most High wasn't playing. Right, exactly. So the same thing nowadays. What does the Most High do to these brothers that are more so pushing for an outward? I want to just sound good, but inwardly you're full of dead bones. Most High is like, okay, eventually you're going to implode. You're going to be revealed, right? That makes sense, and then hopefully you catch that. The class they're putting together on Yahweh Shai being the sacrifice and the accumulation of all these offerings that we were giving in the Old Testament. All right. Sis, you were asking about what?
As far as like intermingling blood for like transfusion.
Right. that like if you got to go to the doctor, that's a whole different thing. You know, remember the scriptures say honor the physician. If you get in a car accident and you have to have a blood transfusion, let the physician do what they do. Now, yeah, granted, it wasn't done like back in the days. It wasn't done like that. But well, we need to give her a blood transfusion or she's gonna die, right? You're in the hands of the physician. Let them take care of her, right? You need that. Let her live. You see that? Yeah. You had something.
What was his question?
His question was on Leviticus. It was on Leviticus about the liver, the caul, what we just touched over, like sort of the inwards. Mm-hmm. And he was just making a statement / question on like those things aren't good for you. Just he was bearing witness to it, and then we added the scripture to confirm that it was against the law to eat liver, chitlins, the gizzards, all that stuff. And that's what we were talking about with him.
Right.
All right. So, yeah. You got to talk loud, though, because I can't hear you.
So, we're on Galatians 6 and verse 6, right?
When? Where? When? You talking about right now? Or
Yeah, right now.
No, we're not. We're not. So we are going to go into tonight's class, though. You can label this topic, The Secrets of Why Job's Children Died.
Ooh.
Right. Ooh. Yeah. And this is one that we got to go over, because when you look at Job, you start to see why wasn't, you know how the scriptures say, train up a child in the way he shall go? What do you think Job did? What?
I mean, he trained him up the way he was brought up with the laws and the statutes and everything.
Right. So that's what happened. Like a righteous man, if Job was, watch, let's go there. Go to Job, the first chapter, and let's go to Job 1. So this is an important topic just to show that. Go to Philippians 2 and 12 first. And this is kind of along the lines. We're going to go to Job, but I want to kind of present to you the point of this topic. Read that.
Philippians chapter 2 verse 12.
Go ahead.
Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only,
Go ahead.
but now much more in my absence.
Go ahead.
Work out your own salvation.
Work out what?
Your own salvation.
Your what?
Your own salvation.
So that's the point of this class, is that to remind the teenagers, the wives, right? And remember, we're talking about the man Job already being the husband, already established that he was right. Because everything he went through, he held his integrity the whole time. So we're not questioning that. We're talking about, you got the father that is leading the house correctly, training the wife, teaching the kids, and then you got the children missing all the things that they were supposed to be learning, and then now you got the outcome of Job's children. So this is to remind everybody that, you know, just because the husband is right, Job 1, that one he went to with Philippians 2 and 12. That one he went to is Philippians 2:12. Just to remind everyone that the father is not going to save the kids.
Right.
That the mother is not going to save you. That when you come of age, you are accountable for what you do. Right, give me that one too. Even a child is known. Real quick. You finish where you're at. And then let somebody else get that. Read that.
Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Do what?
Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
So you had Job, you had his family, you had his sons, and you had his daughters. And they were doing what? they were raised after the order of Job. Right? So think about it. Let's think about this. What type of man was Job? Right? So why didn't his kids, why didn't they represent from a soul saving point? Why they just went out like a well, like nothing? Right? So that's what this is about, because a lot of kids, a lot of you teenagers, you miss the point. You're missing the things you're supposed to be watching and paying attention to. Right? You were supposed to know that what you do, you're going to be accountable for. Right? You have to save your soul. I can't save your soul. Right? And that's why he says this. Read that.
Proverbs 20 and verse 11.
And then Mom Waller give me Ezekiel 94. Proverbs 20 and 11. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 11. Even a child is known by his doing.
See, a child is known by his doing. And when biblically, when were you known as a man? When were you known? When were you known to be accountable? What was it? Just say it. 12. Right? 12 years old, you were known to be accountable. But even lower than that, you're known by your doings.
Oh yeah, who was the wicked king at 8 years old?
Yeah,
he was
the wicked king at 8 years old, right? So you're accountable for what you do, and a lot of parents. You gotta take you can do your best. Do your best. Right? You can have the talks, you can have the conversations, you can sit them in class, but know that you're accountable for your soul. Like at the end of the day, guess what? Yahweh Shai is going to save you, not mom, not dad. And that's why you get a lot of these families, man. You get a lot of these kids, Israelite kids, that go out of the way because there's so many essential things that they miss. And we're going to go over those things because that's really the meat of the obvious we already know. Job's kids are going to die, right? They died. His daughters and his sons died, like the first chapter. That easy, right? It was that simple. But let's go into why and start looking into the things that they missed that got them to that point, right? What?
It was Jehoiakim.
Jehoiakim, right?
Yeah.
He was how old? 8 years old, right? So a child is known by his doings. See, you can at a young age, and I know you're like, well, am I accountable now? Yes, because you're not stupid. Like, how old are you, Shemaiwan? 8. How old are you? Asher and
Noah.
9, 11.
You what?
11, 9.
Yeah, 9 and 11, right? So they know what they're doing. They know the difference between good and evil.
Oh yeah.
They know, just like they know not to touch a stove, you know not to punch your brother. Right? You Shemaiwan, you know not to see your brother, your sister undress. You're not babies anymore, right? See, you know those things. So you're accountable. And then as you go up, teenagers, y'all know everything, right? Shit. I mean, let's deal with it. Like, you know everything. You literally know more than us. So there you go, right? You're accountable for what you do. Read that. So read it one more time.
Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
Even a child is known by his doing.
A child is known by his doings. And this is, a lot of Israelites are going to have to come to this level and understand. Man, you were talking about chitlins earlier. My kids ain't never ate chitlins. Ain't never ate shrimp. Ain't never celebrate Christmas. Ain't never celebrate Halloween. They ain't never put on a Halloween suit. They ain't never did none of that. They're born free. See, but what does that matter if they don't hold fast to what they've been given, right? So this is the thing that the kids, that the parents. This is not just for the teenagers. This is to show the parents, because a lot of parents get unease. They lose composure. They go out of the way. You got brothers going and stopping their path in righteousness to chase their kids and their kids are doing wickedness.
Okay.
Right? So read this, Ezekiel 9:4.
Ezekiel 9 verse 4.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city,
Uh-huh.
through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right. So go set a mark on the foreheads of the people that what?
Sigh and cry.
Right, that sigh and cry. So there's a coming of age to where you youngsters, you young brothers have to hurt. Like Nehemiah Waller always talks about what's his name? Bill Gates meet. And how Bill Gates and all this stuff that he puts out there, like the knowledge is out there. Like we sit there and we're talking about all this stuff, and I'm like, how the hell do you know all this? Like I didn't even know all this stuff at his age. But I always remind him, damn, okay, but having the knowledge and understanding that the world is wicked, they lie, they're corrupted. How is that going to affect you in life? And if the word is not there, it's just what?
Information.
It's just information.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't want to be the information because right now that is the good thing. I guess they were right about that, right? The information age. When they said that 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, what does that matter? Because you have access to all the information. You know, so he's not only on there. That's one thing I like about it. He's not only on there just for the anime, right? He's like getting real information. And we sat and had some conversations recently, and I'm like, God, like how do you know that a cat eats you if you die in the apartment? I'm like, I'm 50. I'm almost 50, and I didn't know that. I'm like, your own cat will eat you? And I'm like, we getting rid of these damn cats. They gotta go. You know what I mean? But
Cats are the most murderous animal on earth. They kill everything.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can't feed it no more.
I need something to drink.
You made this animal, right? Subjected to you. Right? You fed it, you gave it water, if you had money, you gave it medicine, you made sure it was well. You made sure, it took walks.
Right.
You made sure it used the bathroom.
So if you die,
it can't feed itself.
so they're just gonna eat you.
It's gonna eat you.
That's wild. But I don't want to jump up. Go ahead. What's your question?
Cats, like if you let it outside, it will never die. It'll just eat everything. Bugs, rats, snakes.
Yeah.
Everything. So
Once again, information I didn't know.
you're a source in front of it.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity.
I'm today years old.
Right? Exactly. What information I didn't know, but what good is this information if you don't match it with the knowledge of the Most High? And that's what I'm always showing him is like, good. His name is Ma'awar, which is teach. La is the two, right? To teach, right? So it's good he's getting the information. It's good you guys are online getting information, but in seeing the world for what it is. But you have to match something to that. You know what I mean? It's got to be the wisdom, the word, the knowledge, the living, the real eye openers, right? That is going to make you live righteously, right? Which is the commandments, the laws, the fear of the Most High. It can't just be, I got all this information that the world is wicked. Because one thing he knows is the world is wicked just based off of the information alone. Like, it's like, I'm going in, I'm adding the scriptures, and I'm like, look at what the scriptures say. He's like, damn, it's all coming together. Well, what you going to say,
I had a question. Ezekiel what?
9 and 4.
9 verse 4.
9 and 4, right. So what good is it? So the mark that's being set on the foreheads of the kids, of the parents, of the children, you got to have a reason to fight. That got to be in you. Yeah. What we got?
The stream is choppy.
Oh, the stream is choppy? Okay.
I'm trying to see if we can fix it right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Aaron.
Oh yeah, I got a scripture for it. You know, you get the knowledge, and I put the word with it, put the truth with it, right? The scripture says, "Who shall pity a snake charmer?"
Right.
You get the reference?
You talking about with the cat?
With the cat,
okay.
the dog, yeah.
Right. I mean,
they both will eat you.
Right. That wasn't my point, but like I said, it's a crazy note in the class, right? Like, because when I heard it, I'm like, what the hell? I never knew that. But that's just the information that he got. You know what I mean? From getting online and going to the right places, right? Once again, it's just not garbage information. It's
right.
If and when he becomes a teacher, he's going to be able to add all that information and really give the true information and show the people on a whole nother level, right?
Yeah. He'll be able to do like the scriptures say, to show how the wisdom of this world, which it is wisdom, but it's foolishness when you bring it to the Most High's wisdom, you know, and that's what, you know, y'all have the opportunity to do, you know, as you study in the school system. We know that calculus is not the end all be all, trigonometry, right? Or their so-called history. But there's information that you can take. One is exercises your mind, right? It's not brain rotting you, right? As what they want to do, because you're going to be in that environment and not become a servant to it. Because you got the truth. You got proper guidance through your parents.
Right.
That's going to be able to say, okay, what did you go over? They told you what? The earth was what? How many years ago?
Right. Yeah,
how far away? And then we go back to Genesis 1. Right?
That was a big thing with him because he liked science.
Yeah.
And it was like, and then we start talking about it, and it was like, I was like, let's think about it. That doesn't make any sense.
It don't make sense, right?
Right? And then when you start just poking holes in that, then now, and then add the information age, the internet.
Yeah.
Right? www, right?
Right. The right algorithm.
The right algorithm.
You'll see when the Most High said the molten glass, right?
Right.
He talked about the dome. The firmament, right? And now when brothers was teaching that back in the days, they're like, well, look, I see astronauts and this and that. Now you got all this evidence from them saying, nah, it can't be. Look at his spacesuit. He's got Jordans on. Like, you see the recent one? His spacesuit, there's a big gap between his spacesuit and the shoes. He's getting into the spacecraft and he's closing a flap, like a little flap. Meanwhile, if you're in the water, you got to put a whole hatch and lock it and seal it airtight. There's so many ways you can punch holes in it, but you already had the true wisdom.
Yeah.
So now you're able to take what they give you,
right.
show you how that's garbage.
Right.
What the Most High gave you is true wisdom.
Yeah, it's supposed to be added like that. It's just not, I'm getting all this information and at the end of the day, you know what, I'm going to go feed into their lies because you got all the other lies. It's like realizing that they're the devil. You know they're the devil, evil deceiver, no horns for everybody online.
Right.
It doesn't mean they got horns and a tail. I mean, some of them got a tail. But not by birth, right? They got it because they put it on themselves, right?
Yeah. Right.
But that's what the evil deceiver is. And it's like, okay, but you go back and you celebrate Christmas. You go back and you eat pork. Like, wait a minute. What the hell happened? You didn't get it, right?
Yeah.
You go back and you drink yourself into oblivion. It's like you didn't understand that all the black communities were the old school start of degradation of our communities was what? Let's put liquor. Let's put liquor on every corner. If you got a church, we're going to put liquor on every church. Right? Now, the new school is what? Back in the 70s, you start with the marijuana. You start with the shrooms, right? Then the drugs, right? So all these things become what? It's like, okay, you can't be oblivious to all this information you're giving and know the game, right?
Yeah.
So it's very important. Let me just finish this before you go. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city,
right?
and smite, let not your eyes spare neither.
Because they're go smite because they are not crying. They are not yearning for a difference. There is information to make a difference, but you're not actively mentally saying I'm going to make a difference or be different. And that's what you're seeing with this generation. A lot of it is just information and there's no action behind it. So understand what I'm saying is as we get into this Job. Get this. Just understand this. Right? I'm not going over for no reason. Like there's a people that are fighting for something, that are standing for something, right? The saying that everybody knows, right? If you don't stand for something, you go fall for, right? They got that at every fortune. If you don't,
proverb.
Right? Negro proverb. You don't stand for something, you go fall for everything, right? Which is true, right? But that's the thing that he's put things in perspective, like. Because you got knowledge everywhere. Knowledge shall increase in the earth. So how do we cry out against? Right?
Yeah.
Why everybody's so-called waking up. Right? Joe Rogan is finally getting it. Candace Owens is denouncing Trump. What's his name? Not Chris Tucker. Tucker Carlson. What's his name? Tucker Carlson.
Nick
He's
Fuentes.
Nick. Like they're all denouncing Trump. You've been denounced Trump. You've been denounced him. You've been knew he was the devil, right? But what benefit is it, right? Are you gonna do like them? You're gonna be like, yeah, Trump's alive, but that guy right there, the new president, he's gonna save us. Right? Not knowing that it's all been infested in indoctrination and their whole policy is based off lies. You got
As far as drugs you were saying, and them taking people, I guess it's off drugs, and it's just turning people's minds off.
right.
I was wondering, like, is drugs a form of witchcraft?
It's definitely.
If you take, like, you could have some of the most smartest brothers in the hood, and the minute they smoke that down,
That's it.
they off the range.
That's it.
Yeah, he gone, and it just grab a hold of him, and he never back the same.
And especially at this young age, when you start vaping, when you start smoking, when you start doing these things, what happened? It shuts down that God persona. It shuts it down. You get docile, dumb. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you how many. It's like you said to me. It's like the kids are supposed to be seeing why you run from it, and that's why it's important for all the elders, the brothers that were deep in it, to be able to say, dude, let me tell you how much I smoked. Let me tell you how many pills I popped. Let me tell you why. To come back and not glory in it, but to denounce it and be able to say, I thought that was the way, I would have been there. See, it's our job to do that, and it's their job to say, wait a minute, but pass me that shit. Is that what their job is? You know what I mean? What do they do? You hit it, you vomiting, and you hand it to the next guy, and you, and he falls on the ground. Remember Scary Movie? Yeah, you see Scary Movie. He falls on the ground, he's foaming at the mouth, and he's like, give me some of that shit. Right?
That was Don't Be a Menace.
Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Same guys, right?
Same.
But like what you're saying about the drugs is like we supposed to know the game on every tier, right? They're playing 3D chess. They're playing 3D chess, while you over here like still playing Connect 4. They're playing 3D chess, and they're like, look, I got you here, I got you here, I got you here, and you're like, what the I don't even know how to play that. And that's what's going on here. That's why we got to be in tune what is going on all those levels. Because the Most High has gave us the God eye. He's gave us the God eye to move back and to look back and be like, oh wow, we see it all. It's all facade. It's all facade. Yeah.
What you were saying at the beginning, there's some people they'll twist it and use it as to glorify it instead of doing it like you did it. You know, like it'll be the same words, but the same words will have two different meanings.
You're right.
Set
to glorify it.
To glorify it instead of like, well, back in the day, you know, I used to blah blah blah, and then in their heads they were reminiscing on the glory days. I had to stop myself doing it, but then I started realizing that I'm just perpetuating the same joint.
Yeah, did you miss it? Just on that note.
It's drilling your head.
Yeah.
So much,
yeah.
You don't even realize you got to take it out of your own mind.
Yeah.
Your own part.
Very good point. That's for the ones that are bringing it out and missing it. Like, oh, I miss those days. Like, nah, it's about denouncing that and knowing that the things of darkness is not good. So he said to everybody else, you're going to kill them because they're not denouncing it. They didn't denounce it. They're going along with it. Stop that. Stop that. That what you're doing. The shaking. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Neither had he pity. Say utterly old and young.
Say utterly what?
Old and young.
Right. Say old and young. Why? Because everybody's accountable. It doesn't matter. Everybody's accountable. And that's what we're going to see. That everybody has to understand that you know what it is to be slick. You know what it is to lie, to deceive. You know what it is to do good. You know what it is to be a help. You know what it is to go against the will of the Father. You're not stupid. You're not stupid. It's like when you Danyala, Manatazak, Mawula, Quadashai, and I know you're not a teenager, but you're coming out of those years. Ariel, right? You're coming out of those teenager mind. Like when I start dealing with my daughters coming into the 20s and things of that nature, I'm reminding them, okay, you're transitioning to the woman. You can't do the teenager no more. Like you can't think like a teenager no more. You know, you know it can't be like your room is still dirty. Like especially you talking about you want to date. Like how you want to date when your drawers are dirty? Not my daughters. I'm only kidding. It's just funny as hell. But she's like, damn, it's like that. Not my kids. But seriously, you know, all jokes aside, you gotta transition to this woman stage. You gotta transition to this man stage. So let's go to Job real quick. Let's go to Job 1. What you got?
No, I was gonna just go with what you said. Why they can be punished because they know now.
Right.
Information.
Right. Go ahead and pull that real quick, and then we're gonna go into this. Go ahead.
James 4:17. Real quick. Just off of the point where Ezekiel is saying, well, why can a child be punished? And it's like, well, look at today. You gave all of the children as young as 8 years old have a smartphone. You have a smartphone. You have the options of going on to search engines, and you can search anything you like. Do you search about the Most High? Do you search about wisdom, or are you going on a mind of brain rot? Now check it out. Those of us in here, the youth that's in here, as you do have your extracurricular, you still have the true knowledge. You're sitting in class right now. So what's going to happen? You're going to be held accountable.
Yeah.
You can't say, well, I didn't know. You're not going to be able to say, well, let's look at the basics. Somebody with a smartphone that say they love Jesus cannot say, I didn't know he was black. That's a Google search, right? Isn't that a Google search that you can bring out historical proof, even if you say you didn't believe in the Bible? See, these are the things that we have to see the severity of why a child is not going to be able to escape because I'm only 11 years old. I'm only 9 years old. Because right and wrong, you got it. Right and wrong is something that you're being able to realize sooner. Go ahead, Daniela.
Well, I searched over ChatGPT
they have ChatGPT was basically saying that the Earth is from 6,000 to 10,000 years old and not 4.5 billion.
Right, because because their lies that they've been telling us for all these years is going to get exposed. It's too much evidence. Too much evidence. So then what does that mean for us? What does that mean for you? That you cannot be ignorant anymore. You can't just be like, well, I'm young. That's what they want you to go by. Why? Because then you'll have that same mind when you're 41. And then you put the drugs in it. I was looking at something over here. It was saying how your brain doesn't stop maturing to like 25. So when you're doing drugs, you're doing like marijuana, you're doing pills, you're messing up your frontal cortex, right? Anybody know what the frontal cortex does?
Yeah, hell yeah, they can tell you what the frontal.
The frontal cortex, that's the part of your decision making. That's the part of your problem solving. So why do you think it looks like I can't get my way out of a problem, so let me shoot the club up? She's getting on my nerve, let me just punch her in the face. You don't know how to problem solve because that's what the perks, that's what the za, right? The za. What's the question? That's what the all of these other things have done to destroy that part of you that makes you a god. Being able to have the power to solve issues. But if you have this information, you don't use it. Can you escape the punishment? No. Read where you at.
James chapter 4 verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow.
James chapter 4 verse 17. James chapter 4 verse 17. Go ahead.
James chapter 4 verse 17. Therefore to him that knoweth to do good, but doeth it not, to him it is a sin.
Right, it's sin. And that's when you think about what y'all exposed to. Y'all exposed to the real world. You've been unplugged from the matrix. You didn't get to take. You don't have a stumbling block of, damn, you mean I can't eat everything? God cares about my food. Yes, some of y'all knew that from the child, that the Most High cares about what you eat. But what does the world want to do? They want to strip you from that knowledge, try to give you false knowledge to really make you start debating if that's even true or not. So then you go out there and you start going against what the Most High said. What comes with disobeying the Most High's word?
Right.
Punishment. Because you just committed a sin. Right. You're just in violation. But they don't say it's committed a sin. They say it's freedom. They say it's, well, I should be able to do these things. It's well, everybody else is doing it. Why I can't? Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know the full story, but they did that to the Israelite. I think he was like a baseball player. Mm-hmm. Then his coach gave him pepperoni pizza.
No, he's a football player. He was a football player, yeah. He was a high school football player. Why? Because they want to break that knowledge, the true knowledge that we have. So, again, it said to him, what?
Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is a sin.
Right. This is why it said in Ezekiel 9:4, slay utterly old, young, and little children. Because you're not just saying little children because you don't know right from wrong. It's not like you saying go in there slay Kazakh. He's just now comprehending it.
Talk about baby Kazakh.
Baby Kazakh. Right, baby Kazakh. He's just now comprehending. But guess what his parents do? His parents hold him accountable to what he should know at his age. Don't eat off the floor. Don't hit him. Stop screaming. Right? They don't just let him do that. They check him. What is the Most High? Why? Because he should know better. So what's going to happen to us that's 15, 16, 25? Same thing. Same thing. So this is what we got to wake up and see. It's a really dope class.
Yeah, so read that, Job 1, read verse 1.
Job chapter 1 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
So we can all say that Job already has been vouched for. His actions were already written in verse 1. Period. Right? His actions were already written, verse 1. Okay? That he was upright and he was perfect. Now, we looked up this word perfect, right? Because a lot of times we can't comprehend. What does it mean, perfect? Right? But we looked it up.
Yeah.
Right? This man, and you can look it up again.
Mature.
What did it say?
I know in the Greek it's mature, complete.
Right. Look it up again of the perfect. So, and it says upright. Right? Go ahead.
And one that feared the Most High.
Right.
And eschewed evil.
Right. Now, look, without us going to the scriptures, we already know what happens when a father fears the Lord. What is he going to do with his children? Just say it.
He's going to teach his kids to fear him.
He's going to what?
Teach his kids to fear the Most High.
Right. What else is he going to do? What?
He's going to punish them for disobedience of what he's showing them.
Right. There you go. So the Father's already laid down. We could go to the where it says Abraham, he was going to do what?
Oh, she just said.
No, we don't have to go there. What I'm saying is we already know these scriptures, right?
Okay.
Because we'll be here all night. That he would command his children, right? So, right, he will what?
Order his household.
He will order his household. So, if Job was upright, what was happening in his house? What?
There was order.
There was order. There was guidance, right? He was doing the what? Train up the child.
Con.
Okay, remember, I didn't throw all of that in there because we do that.
Yeah.
We're going to be here all night. Y'all know those
Go over
scriptures.
those, yeah.
We always go over what is supposed to be happening when you lead a house, right? That's one thing. So this is not about Job per se. This is more so about what the hell happened to his family. Like if you're upright and you're doing the right thing, you're facing the east, then why your rib ain't facing the east? Why you got to always tell them, you got to remind them to pray? It's like, y'all praying? Now, it'd be different if the father was if Job wasn't the upright, if Job was slacking, Job ain't praying, Job ain't offering, he ain't doing the will of the Most High, then you get what, you are, your house is going to be like that. But imagine if you're doing it, and then you're reminding everybody, hey, make sure y'all pray. Make sure you face the east. Make sure you give your offering. Make sure you seek the Most High. Make sure you study. Then when they see you, they see you not what R. Kelly on all day.
Right.
They go in your area and they're like, oh, this guy right here, he's studying. He's reading. He's listening. He's inquiring. Now, it'd be different if he was listening to R. Kelly all day and sipping Coronas. You know what I mean? He's like, man, I'm off work. Where's my Corona at? Let me put on some, who's a new age? Forget R. Kelly. Let's do a new age cat. I got to start using new music. You know what I mean? Nobody knows?
Lil Uzi.
Right. Lil Uzi. Do they really listen to Lil Uzi anymore? No. Oh, they still listen to Lil Uzi?
They still listen to Lil Uzi.
That's both. That's both, right? That's rap and R&B. Rap and BS, right? So imagine that. You know what I mean? But Job was upright. He was doing the things. He was seeking the Most High. All right? What you got for perfect?
Perfect. It says complete in character, mature in faith.
Right?
Steadfast in obedience.
Right. There you go. So this is, remember, when we think perfect, we're thinking like no mistakes.
Yeah.
Right? But it gives us a real better meaning when you look into it and you start seeing, oh, now we understand where Abraham was. He was mature in faith. He was steadfast. Right? He was what else?
It says it emphasizes wholeness, integrity.
Right. He held integrity. And then we got to look up that word, right? Because that's going to come all through Job, right? Go ahead.
And spiritual maturity.
And spiritual maturity. So, Job was as best as you can get during his time. Because I don't hear nobody else being vouched for in this time period. But this man, what? Job in the land of Uz, right?
Yeah.
So we got to think about this. And then we could talk about, well, he was in the land of Uz. There was Edomites there. And that's even more so to show what?
It can be done.
The Israelite man among what?
The heathen.
Nations can stand out. So, do we have to check Job's pedigree? No. We don't have to check Job's pedigree. He was trying to lead his house in righteousness and guide them. Like it said Abraham would do, like his forefather, right? He would teach them, he would command them, he would lead them. All right? That's good on that. All right, so read on in there.
Verse 2. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters.
Man, that's number of completion. 7 warriors? See. You're like, man, I got 7 warriors on my side. 7 killers in the spirit of the Most High, right?
Yeah.
And what?
And 3 daughters.
And he got 3 daughters in the spirit? Come on. So Job is full right now. Huh? The Most High says his bow shall grow over, right, in Psalms.
Yeah.
So he has his rib, he has his kids, and everything's going fine, right? All right, go ahead.
His substance also was 7,000 sheep.
Right, so it's these things that when you are raised around. See, it's the little nuances that when you're raised around, what happens to where, let's start looking at, well, what got Job's kids out of the spirit? Because you're around a man that's following the Most High. He's doing this all the time. praying to the Most High. Yeah, he's like, right. He's praying to the Most High. He's upright. But what is it where the kids around, they didn't pick up? Just think about this, right? But so he had, hold on. I know you're going to come. Just let us read through a little bit. Go ahead.
And 3,000 camels.
Right.
And 500 yoke of oxen.
So Job was what?
Wealthy.
He wasn't eating ramen.
Wealthy.
He wasn't eating mayonnaise sandwiches. He wasn't eating that. This cat had what?
7,000 sheep.
So you got to think about it. And we can talk about this. We can talk about it as we move on. Because my thing is, was it his kids was just straight up wicked, or are were they spoiled?
They were too comfortable.
Or were they so comfortable that those other things didn't matter? The things in preaching to the Most High, it's like you said, it's like we talked about, like, you got to take your kids to the hood to see crackheads, right? Dope heads, right? Oh, the scared straight thing for them to really start appreciating what they've been given. Where is it that their mind is not clicking? That life, the world, the lifestyle. What's the name that the kid that they that just murdered those cats and he grew up and he was going to
Oh no, you talking about the one that killed Julio Fulio?
Yeah, the one that killed Julio Fulio.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like
man.
he went through the uncourt and I didn't believe it until I seen it. I was like, he's telling him, you grew up here, you travel around the world, and I'm like, right, you've been asked like how many kids can say they go do this?
Right.
And you're like, well, why would you choose the other path? Like, what is it that drew you to this other lifestyle? But what's so dope is, this is how you know everybody has their choice and decision. Yeah. Like, you can be raised, like, when we was raised, it was ramen, and then ramen. You know what I mean? That's how we live. And then real hand-me-downs, right? For a long time, right? It was no, you got your own room. We was going over my cousin's house. They got him the Castle of Grayskull. They had He-Man. He had G.I. Joes. And we just wanted to go over to play with all his toys. He had the Transformers. Why, my mom was broke as hell. Atari came out, he had it. Nintendo came out, he had it. He had all the stuff. And we were broke as hell. You know what I mean? So you live this lifestyle and you're like, man, you start seeing that is it the lack of appreciation? I mean, could it have been that?
There we go.
The outcome of these cats was the you don't appreciate what you have, right? Go ahead, read on.
And 500 she-asses.
Right, yeah, 500. So really this accumulates to money, right?
Yeah.
They were successful. Go ahead.
In a very great household.
In a very great household. Go ahead.
So that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East.
Come on now.
And his sons went and feasted in their houses.
So you know their success when you always got time to what?
Feasted in their houses.
They didn't say they ate. They said they feasted.
Right.
So what is happening to his sons? What is happening to them? They're
relishing in the spoils of whatever comes with them.
They're relishing in the carnal spoils. So now you start to see like where did these kids go wrong? Because when you think about it, you're like all you know as we read down, they gonna die. But you're like what the hell happened? Well, as you start to read, you start to see all these things, because biblically you're like, the Most High don't do this to the righteous. Right? So they're eating, they're living, but what are they not looking at though? They're not looking at the uprightness of their father.
Right.
They're not looking up the uprightness of their mother and saying, wait a minute. What, Mom, let me sit down with you. How the streets almost get you? Tell me about the streets.
Damn.
They're not having that.
Nope.
Dad, how the streets, they almost got you. Why you believe? They're just like, man, going and living life, and know that what they got the computer, they got the setup, they got the bedroom,
They got what is it? Central air.
you got central air conditioned.
Natural heat. They got the central heating.
air.
Yeah.
Not knowing about using the stove to. You sit in front of the stove to leave it open.
Right.
To heat up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Well, you gotta get some boiling. You gotta heat up the water. You gotta boil it.
Yeah. You know what though? I'm gonna tell you this. It sounds like, oh, that's old. Yeah, it is. But that's how poor people grow up. And when you don't grow up like that, that's why it'd be funny. It'd be like, okay, y'all embellishing. No, it's not embellishment. The thing is that Job's kids ain't grow up like that. Shit. Yeah. They grew up with what? All the amenities and all the things.
The silver spoon. The
silver spoon that they were taking care of. So what wasn't at the forefront of their mind? The upright. You facing it. Why do we gotta face the east? Why I gotta face the east? Like, well, who you praying to? We got everything. And not knowing how they got everything. Right? We got this, or just how about this? How many of your friends had crackhead moms?
Yeah.
Crackhead dads?
Yeah.
How many of your friends had crackhead moms or crackhead dads? Like, so, okay, you grew up good. But how many of your friends have crackhead friends and mom? Like, yeah, my mom's a crackhead, my dad. Like, that's where we grew up at.
Yep.
Like, see, y'all got to understand that taking for granted what the Most High has given you.
Yeah.
And that's what you'll start seeing with these kids. The more and more you look and you read, you're like, damn, what was it about them? Right? Because we know, read on, check this out.
And his sons went and feasted in their houses.
Right?
Every one his day.
Right?
And sent and called for their 3 sisters.
Right?
To eat and to drink with them.
Right? So the sisters too are not what? The girls are not innocent. So there's something going on here, right? Go ahead.
And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about,
right,
that Job sent and sanctified them.
That who did?
Job sent and sanctified them.
He what?
Sent and sanctified them.
So who is looking out for their spirit? Who's looking out for their soul? So the Father is taking the oversight. So he wasn't a slouch. He wasn't a slouch. He was taking and looking, okay, what are y'all doing? What's going on here? What's up with your spirit? And these are the things that the Israelite kids forget. Damn, this is why when I ever since my kids can speak, I always reminded them, what I'm teaching you is not this earthly, I want you to be subject to me because I'm your father thing. Not only that, I'm giving you something more than just average, I want you to grow up and be a technician. And you got to grow up and you got to dribble this ball and you're going to dribble like you never dribbled before, boy. Like, it's just more than just, oh, I'm giving you, hey, I want you to go get your GED and I want you to grow up and be a doctor. And then when you grow up and be a doctor, then you can be a freak. Like, it's more than just we're going through this way of life and going through and then telling you, oh, be successful. Like, and then when you get successful, as long as you're successful, you can be bisexual, you can be anything you want. We're not telling our kids that. We're giving the next generation something greater. All the damn problems that brothers and sisters come in with, guess what? You don't got to go through it. The bipolar brothers that y'all seen in the school, the brothers that have to really wean themselves off of the pills, the drugs, the drinking. That's why I like talking about it, because then they realize that, damn, this is real.
Yeah.
Right? Why did I smoked marijuana one time? Why? Why did I never smoke cigarettes? Why did I never go into where drinking was my thing? Because I done seen so much of that. I was like, I'm not messing around with none of that. I'm not messing around with that. That's gonna rip and tear me apart. Why didn't I say, you know what? You know what? Being a hoe is what I want to do. I can't stop being a hoe. I gotta continually be a hoe. Why am I 50 and still not in the club? Why? Because that life is not productive. That life doesn't help. It doesn't help our people. You understand? Why am I praying on young girls online and like, man, I got to get number 7? Why? Why when you go in my algorithm, you're not going to see,
right?
You know what I mean? The fetishes. Why? Why are you not going to see the fetishes? You know what I mean? This is a good plug right here. Why? Why are you not going to see that? You know what I mean? Man, I need a nice dog collar. That way when she gets me in the bedroom, she can punch me in the face and step on my nuts. Why? Why are we not? Why you can't see that in my algorithm? Why? Because those things. First of all, once you find it in the algorithm, the spirit's gonna out you. You're like, look at Kazaki, look at him, right? Look at what they do to these cats online. So why is that not in my algorithm? Because I want to stay blameless. Why is that not in brothers, your algorithms? Right? Why is that not in your algorithm? Because you want to stay blameless. You want to be upright.
If I could, it's not in your algorithms, because your algorithms are based off the things that give you comfort, that give you joy, right? So go to Romans 15 and 4. Like things that you like, you're going to see more videos of that, right? That's how the algorithms work.
Yeah.
So why isn't those things popping up on ours? Where you at?
Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
I don't have to pick up and learn the hard way. I can just stay tuned to brothers speaking about what it's like to have a crash out moment, my anger, right? So I'm not going to put myself in a position where I don't have self-control anymore. This is talking for as a youngster. You don't have to go through the paths of somebody else's trauma. You can avoid it. You should avoid it. It should be that, damn, this brother got what? So you don't know your mom? Like, how's that feel?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta, okay, you going to your mom's house this weekend and next weekend you'll be back?
Right.
So every other, like, how's that life? That's not reality to you, but it's reality to somebody else, and it should be for our learning. You got the brothers like, I did smoke a lot, and I do remember how much it affected me. They used to have the commercial that would show you how every time you hit it, your brain would just get gray. You're like, nah, come on. But then it really does happen. It really does happen, because you go back, you start playing back. Well, damn, I was always told I was sharp, I was smart, I always had this, I always had that. And then it's now it's like, what was that? Right. I gotta write things down because I'm gonna forget it. Like, that's the cause and effect. And you're like, damn, but you don't see that at the moment. But I should have avoided it, because Reggie, the basketball star in the hood, sat in the alley and he would do this all the time.
Yeah.
Reggie sat in the car like this. So when we go out to go smoke in the back, Reggie wanted to take the little small part of the roach, just like that. You could give Reggie anything. His fingertips were so burnt and so black because he just kept smoking. Because it took one time from Reggie when he went to college to play ball, and he got hit with the wrong thing, and Reggie's back in the hood like this, rocking. Now check this out. Who was Reggie's brother? Green Eye Born. Oh, I'm saying these names. Oh my God. This guy, right? That everybody know him from doing the things that. Why would Reggie not see how his brother's activities were affecting other people? Why would he be so curious to go try the same things that was destroying, that his brother was making a name off of, destroying other people? You see how that ignorance right there? If Reggie would have learned from what his brother was doing to other people, destroying them, then he wouldn't have picked it up. He probably could have been a great basketball. From what I heard, he was a good basketball player. But they said the what?
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
A lot of times we just hear it and be like, yeah, whatever. It ain't that bad. It ain't that serious. That's Job's kids. It's just a story. But it'll be a reality for some of us. Unfortunate. Go ahead.
That we thought patience.
That we through patience.
That we through patience and comforts of the scriptures.
And I like that part, because what happens is that curiosity to go find a comfort other than the scriptures will lead you to a Reggie moment. Will lead you to not even a moment, a Reggie lifestyle. Because his moment became forever for him. I don't even know what happened to him. I know the last time they told the car they used to live in. Where was he at? I know his brother used to come around. He used to get him out the car. He was trying to clean him up, and Reggie would find himself right back in that car. Y'all remember the brother that used to be behind the school, at the other school?
Young too.
His family would say every time he's off his meds, he'll find his way in the car, and he's got money. He's got people that care about him, but he's so messed up there for what? Not learning. You should be able to look around and see, but sometimes you can't be too comfortable and be like, it's not that serious. Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah. Y'all got to hold every statement, every scripture, hold it. Because I'm not trying to take this to 11:30, y'all. All right?
Does it or not?
Yeah, because it's going to go late. So if you got a question, though, you got a question? No? Okay, go to Job 1, verse 18.
Job chapter 1, verse 18.
Yeah, read loud.
Job chapter 1, verse 18. While he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, Thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house.
Right, so these cats all had their houses, right?
Yeah.
So these guys have money, man. Go ahead.
And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the four corners of the house.
Go ahead.
And it fell upon the young men.
Right.
And they were dead.
Right.
And I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
Go ahead.
Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground.
Because Job did all he could for his kids. He did all he could, being upright, being perfect, doing the will of the Father, teaching them, leading them, giving them the things that they needed in the Spirit. I'm not talking about this day and age you bought Pampers. Transvestites buy Pampers. If you don't buy Pampers, there's something way more wrong for you, right? Right. Of course, you're going to buy Pampers and food. We get that. America makes it seem like you're a dad because you buy Pampers. You're a dad because you supply money. That's not the only thing that makes a father, right? Yes, you got to do that, but it's the things that guide and lead the children the right way, the right mind. Do you pay attention to them, or are you on your cell phone and when they come up to you, you're like, yeah, yep, right. It's like attention. You start to see that kids need attention. A child left alone become willful.
Yeah.
So are you talking? Are you communicating? Yeah, it's crazy to think that sex leads to bringing forth a human. And then bringing forth a human, there's a responsibility. It's crazy, and I get it too. I thought at one time, like, yeah, I want a lot of kids. But if I could take it back, you can say to yourself, damn, let me go back and let me say, am I responsible enough to have this child?
Am I prepared?
And not money-wise, not only that, am I mentally ready to have a child?
That's it.
What?
I I mean, I understand when you say you could go back, what I believe you're saying, because I'm agreeing with you in my mind.
Yeah.
Is that if I could go back, I would cut out the foolishness that I interacted with.
Yeah.
So that I could prepare myself, so that my mind would be ready.
So my mind would be ready, but I would have to, at a young age, became a man and put away the childish things.
Oh yeah.
So my first was at 18. So think about that. Your first is at 18. Are you putting away childish things at 18?
No.
All right. You don't want me to start again on, what are you thinking about at 18 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Cars.
Mm-hmm.
Madden. Yep. Clothes. New shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're thinking about the carnal things.
Right. You want to sleep
You have, think about it. That's why stick with a cat. Because let's start with responsibility there, right? Because as soon as you take on a human, that's a whole other thing.
Oh, yeah.
So let me start with an animal, right? That's why we do it with the kids, right? Hey, you start with your little turtle, right? Because you be responsible about feeding him. Oh, your turtle died. Why? You didn't feed him. You didn't clean the thing, right? And then you start seeing, could you do this for humans? But then you're bad at what? Communication. You're bad at talking. But you want to take on what? A wife, a kid, and you what? You hate people.
What?
You hate being around people. I would rather just be alone, but I want to take on a wife and a kid. And then you realize, damn, 5-6 kids in, you have not talked to your kids. You have not did the things that you need to do for your kids, and they're introverts on a 10th level like you. They mumble like you. The crudes.
The crudes.
Right. They talk like you. They think like you. They act like you, and you're like, damn, where did I fall off at? So responsibility, right? So let's think about it. Job stood the responsibility. He did all he was supposed to do, or else it wouldn't say he's perfect. So they died, right? Mm-hmm. Go to Job 4:7 real quick. Job 4:7.
Job chapter 4, verse 7. Remember, I pray thee.
Right.
Whoever perish, being innocent.
Okay, so let's deal with this. Were Job's kids innocent?
Lie.
Were they doing all right? And then the Most High said, let me destroy you.
That's what he did to Job.
That's what he did to Job. Because, Job didn't go through the damn house falling on his head. And guess what? Check this out, y'all. They missed that the whole time. Now, these kids are old enough to party, to eat, to feast, to have their own house, right?
Yeah.
So they were of age to say, wait a minute. The Most High is with this man. We have not fell in misfortune. We never got robbed. There's never been a destruction upon us.
Yeah. Take it for granted.
So you're reaching this point to where it's like, damn, what they do? They missed all of that. Mm-hmm. They missed all those things that the Most High was showing Job's household. Because he wasn't just showing Job. It wasn't just showing Job why you follow the Most High. Why you keep following me. Go to Job 37:25. Read that again. Say where you're at. Somebody else get it. I'm going to go through these scriptures quick so we can get some out. Go ahead.
Job chapter 4, verse 7.
Go ahead.
Remember, I pray thee.
Right.
Whoever perished, being innocent.
Read.
Or where were the righteous cut off?
Job was never cut off the whole story. Got more kids. Got all of that. Right in the end. But guess who was cut off real early in their prime? These wild ninjas that were doing something. Why? Because they took for granted all the things that was going on around them. They took for granted these things. Read Psalm 37:25. This is the things they missed. What? Yeah.
Psalms.
So we went to Job 4:7, and we're going to Psalms 37:25. Excuse me. Sorry. And did somebody else get Psalms 34:19? Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 37, verse 25.
Go ahead.
I have been young.
Go ahead.
And now am old.
Read.
Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken.
They're what?
nor have seen the righteous forsaken.
What they miss? They missed the whole time that, yeah, they might have went through ups and downs, but guess what? Their household was good. Them as a family, they were good. The Most High took care of them. They missed that. Why? Spoiled, wicked, not caring. I mean, what you want to? I mean, what way we can go with this? Right? What was it? Spoiled, wicked, right? Worshiping other gods. What was it? What they were doing to the Most High say? You know what? I'm gonna cut y'all off in y'all prime. But I know this. This is what they missed. They missed that the righteous would never. You were never without. But they took that for granted. They took that part for granted. Yeah.
Because that's why the Most High let Satan just ravage everything. Like he let him do it. He's like around there. He said, "I can prove that he's a sturdy man, so I'm gonna do this." He let him take his kids out.
I'm gonna go to you, and like it says in the first chapter, I'm gonna go to the Most High. Satan said, I'm gonna show you that Job is not the guy who you think he is. That will remove these things, and the real person is gonna be revealed. Because that's usually when the real person is revealed, right? I gotta get these Pampers, nigga. Like, I gotta go out there. I gotta go sell crack to get Pampers. We in America. Bums make more money than you crack it than dope dealers. Like, what are you talking about? Right? There's this one cat, bro, in Texas. They found out he was making thousands.
I believe it.
Thousands. Yeah. And he was just on the corner begging for panhandling, begging for money. He was making more money. So you trying to tell me you gotta sell crack? Nah, but this is the mind state. The mind state is, if we break Job, he might just go sell crack. Right? He might start twerking. And that's what Satan's mind is, right? I'm going to prove to you that Job is nobody. That he's just, the only reason why he's doing this is because you benefited him. You give him things. But take all these things from him. Let's start with these wicked ass kids that he got. Right? And that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing with the righteous, right? Go for read that Job 37:25. Psalms. Excuse me. Psalms
37 and verse 25.
Give me 1 Samuel 12:3.
I have been young.
What?
I have been young.
Read.
And now am old.
Read.
Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken.
Right.
Nor his seed begging bread.
Nor his seed begging for bread. So his kids had everything. And just for that moment, in that time, in that period, they didn't see, man, the Most High is supplying our want. So they took that for granted, right? Let's jump over to Samuel. Go to 1 Samuel 12:3. Hold the Psalms. Go to 1 Samuel 12:3. Samuel's another righteous man. And what was up with his boys? They were wilding the hell out too. Samuel's boys. You're like, wait a minute, Samuel? Yes, Samuel's boys. He had kids, and his kids were off. Read that. 1 Samuel 12:3.
1 Samuel chapter 12, verse 3.
Go ahead.
Behold, here I am, witness against me before the Lord.
Go ahead.
And before his anointed.
Read.
Whose ox have I taken?
So now it's showing about Samuel. Listen, what type of man am I? Let the people vouch for me. Right? Samuel's like, okay, have I stole something from you? Right? Go ahead.
Or whose ass have I taken?
Yeah. Have I defrauded you in some way? Right? Same thing, Job. You start to see your dad come from the streets, the hood, the smoking. Right? You hear less of the get your ass over here. You don't hear that in the house. Go, didn't I tell your ass you gonna get right? Right? You don't hear him choking out mom. But that to you, that's nothing to you. Right. To you, that's just like Ask my kids, when's the last time you see me choking out one of my ribs? You gotta think about that. When's the last time? Now, if you ask them when I get loud, they're gonna tell you that. But when's the last time?
He loud every day.
Yeah. When's the last time you seen? Damn, he was beating mom. He said he was the man of the Lord. He was hitting her in the rib. Out of your whole life, right? How many times you seen these things? And I can say, as a young man, I didn't have no damn control. But as an old man, as an older man, what did you see, right? What do you see from your parents? But it's those things that you take for granted, right? You're like, he's not a crackhead. Yeah, that's funny. You talking about all the crackheads in the neighborhood? Like, yeah, my dad's not that, but he could be that. He could be a crackhead. He could be the guy that bring home smoking cigarettes behind the camp. You're telling the camp one thing and doing another thing. He could be the drunk. How about that?
I was literally talking about one of my childhood friends, how his mother, Benjamin, would talk so verbally abusive and disrespectful to his father. And they stayed together to death. She died in the house, but anytime you go over there, it wasn't a, oh, be quiet, I'm gonna change up because we got company.
Yeah.
She would curse that man out like he was a little boy, to where it was embarrassing to my friend. He would like, sometimes he would have these outbursts of like, why you always gotta yell like that? Why you always gotta scream like that? And like now, he's like, all of their children, divorces, alcoholism, a lesbian, it's like, damn, that's somebody's reality. But then you'll have the other side, and it's like, so
yeah,
is that a big deal?
It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
because you take these things for granted. You take peace for granted. Mm-hmm. You take a peaceful house for granted. Mm-hmm. Now you take a house that doesn't smell like ashtray, ass, and tray. Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
You're like that. The house smell like tray, ass, and ashtray.
Yeah.
And you're like, you don't know houses like that. You know what I mean? Huh? But we know houses like that.
I'm thinking about it now. Every last one of them has a substance issue because they didn't have peace. So so you can see why a coping mechanism for all of them would be looking for something external to find a peace.
There you go.
Comfort. Because you didn't have peace, you didn't grow up in peace, you didn't know that there was a way to build peace. So now everybody smoked weed. Every last one of them smoked weed.
Yeah.
I think they all was on pills and they all were alcoholics. Every last one of them. 2 boys and 2 girls. But they were like in different age groups. I'm just thinking, it's like, damn, like I was talking about it literally last night, what people take for granted.
Yeah.
Like our children, just think about my household.
Yeah. And that's what you're seeing with you got godly men. Samuel was raised up from a child to serve the Lord, but he had kids, and it's showing you. He's like, look, he's asking the people. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Or so, whom have I defrauded?
Right.
Whom have I oppressed? Or of whose hand have I received any bribe?
Right. So you start missing these things, like you see your father, your mother's integrity. You see she ain't got Sancho Man on the low. Those things are taken for granted. Like how many moms wanna not be a mom?
Oh damn.
Oh yeah.
How many moms wanna still be 30, 40 in the club? See, it's those little nuances, man, that a lot of brothers, a lot of young kids, a lot of people don't see, that what the truth has to offer, what the truth is doing, that it's conforming and changing the people around you. And remember, I'm not mocking that. My people is destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject you. Like, we learn to understand those conditions we were in is because we didn't have the knowledge.
Right.
And then not only didn't we have the knowledge, it's because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject you. Like, this is part, slavery was a choice. Right? The crack is a choice. The blunt, the vape, the pills is a choice. Right? The evil man put it there, the wicked man put it there, and what? You choose it. Nobody puppet you to do around, and you choose it. Why? Because you don't appreciate the qualities that the Most High has given you. The vision in front of you. The vision in front of you, the Most High has given you. You don't appreciate it, so you what? You take it for granted. Even the changing thing. Like my kids, they might see this individual, but they don't see when I was younger. They don't see the more mistakes. Right? You see your dad, his transition. Right? From the Newports, from the Coos 100s.
Not cool.
No, you didn't even see that. No,
Newports. Yeah,
right?
Definitely Newport.
You didn't see that? Well, that's good. You didn't have to see that thing. You know what I mean? The transition from Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving. Right? You can see that now and say, wow, this is a different man. Right? Question?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think it's perspective?
You think what?
Do you think it's perspective? Like, so it's the concept of the mind. Like what is afforded to a child, or what is afforded to a person, like their surrounding, their environment. You know, environment shapes, mold a child.
Yeah.
So it also gives them a perspective, because it tells them or trains them on how to think. Yeah. How to work through problems and things like that. You ever heard this where it says good times make weak minds make hard times make strong minds make good times.
I haven't heard that, but I did hear there's a forgetfulness in prosperity. Right? Yep. Yes. There's a forgetfulness in prosperity.
That's what it's talking about when at a good time.
Yeah.
You forget, and so you don't. It's like you said.
I'm with you. The scripture says, "Better is it to dwell in the house of the morning."
Right.
Yeah.
What is it? You forsake the way. You forsake the understanding. That you forsake the knowledge. You what's the word?
Think about it, Ak.
You just said it though.
What?
I mean,
which part?
You take for granted.
Take for granted.
You're basically taking for granted, because your perspective, right? How you've been trained, what you've been taught from your condition, whether it's a good condition, you're taking for granted what it took to get that.
Right.
What it took for mom and dad to go through the things they went through.
They didn't see a lot of that. They don't like, and this is why it doesn't resonate when we talk about crackheads and mayonnaise sandwiches. Right. For the most part, that don't resonate unless you grew up in the hood. Right? Unless you grew up on welfare. You know what I mean? You had the
powdered box milk.
The powder box milk, but the money that you actually food stamp. Actually, it looked like Monopoly money. You have to go to the store back in the days.
Yeah, I remember.
Right. Yeah, and then that was, everybody knew you was on welfare because you give them the Monopoly money.
Yep.
Like you don't know, you didn't know. Now they give you a card. It's more slick. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, swipe the card. You know what I mean? Yeah, inconspicuous. But back in the days, it was like, look, you on welfare. You're on welfare. And then you get laughed at because you're on welfare, right? Right.
If you didn't have the full book and you came with the SEP. I remember going to Key Food one time as a supermarket. Me and my sister, they was like, nope. You gotta have the whole book. Like you said, it would make it loud. And we little kids.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah,
they were embarrassed already. It was crazy.
Yeah, but these are the things.
Funny, man.
Go ahead, Ak.
White cans of peanut butter. That you that make the best peanut butter.
Yeah, it did.
You can set it on fire. But it would not make it just keep it black.
It will not. Wow. Yeah, the government cheese cats still. Like, think about it. 80 babies. You guys love that government cheese.
God.
Like, you still put that on your eggs right now.
God.
Right? Thinking like, man, I ain't never going back. That's the real cheese, right? But that's how we grew up.
God.
The point is, are you seeing the quality around you and where the things that make your mom, your dad, the vision? Because they're the vision. You want sorrow, you want pain, right? You want woe, you want destruction. Well, you start to see these children that the Most High punished of prominent men. Samuel. Come on, this is Samuel, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
This is Samuel. You're thinking like his kid's gonna be locked in. You know what I mean? They gonna be in the spirit of Yahweh, right? Behold, Samuel's kids. These are niggas, huh? These are niggas. Watch, read on there.
Or of whose hand have I received any bribe?
They were supposed to be looking at that. He ain't defrauded nobody. He ain't bribed nobody. This cat is straight shooter. My dad is on point. Let me aspire to be that. But those qualities ain't things that children are really reaching for.
Oh, wow. Damn.
They're reaching for what the weed head, son of a weed head, is at school. When he puts his pants off of his ass, you're like, man, I want to be like him. I want to be like the idiot over there. That's what you're doing, because I'm going to ask y'all, who you became friends with? You cleave to your like. So you start with that. Those are the guys I want to hang around with. And you start to emulate them instead of your parents. And it's a shame, especially if your parents are in the truth and you're trying to emulate ignorance, foolishness, folly. So Samuel, Job, they were of stature, of order, of righteousness, right? Of integrity. Go ahead.
To blind mine eyes therewith.
Right. It was like, bro, you never see me fall off. I'm always on point in doing the will of the Father, right? Go to 1 Samuel 8:3. Go to 1 Samuel 8:3.
That's crazy. He said, like.
Right. Oh, okay, God.
Everything he said that he is known for not doing.
There you go. Exactly. Go to Samuel 8:1. Go ahead.
1 Samuel chapter 8, verse 1.
Crazy.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass,
right,
when Samuel was old,
right,
that he made his sons judges over Israel.
Right. So at this point, you're supposed to have been trained up. You're supposed to have been learning. You're supposed to have been watching the example. You're supposed to have been seeing what? Why the Most High is with Samuel. Why the Most High is walking with this man. Why the Most High has delivered him from a maniac. Saul. Like, you're around the house. You know all this. But what you doing? You're like, well, that's what dad going through. That's what mom going through. Not really seeing, man, their plight, their life, and why they're living the way they are. You rather join up with somebody in the world that's about folly. Right? Watch, read on. Come on.
Now the name of his firstborn was Joel.
Go ahead.
And the name of his second Abiah.
They were judges in Beersheba.
Go ahead.
And his sons walked not in his ways.
What?
And his sons walked not in his ways.
That's crazy.
They didn't walk in his ways. Why? Because they ain't looking at the example that was supposed to be at the forefront of their mind. Why though? But why walk in his ways? That's the question here. Why? What?
I'm just curious, like having kids, what do you tell them, like knowing they're gonna be around, people not thinking the same thing, and then obviously like people have curiosity, like what do you tell them, like to prepare them for that?
Be a little more specific on your question though.
Like you have kids,
right?
And you know they're gonna go to school, and you know they're gonna be curious because they're around, because people want to fit in and be around like everybody. So what do you tell them, knowing that they're most
it's like what we're doing with Shemaiwan right now. We're reminding him, we're reminding him, everybody in the world don't think like him. Like the little Esau is next door on our line, and he comes over there on the HV or the HCV or whatever there,
motorized,
and then he comes up and he talks to him. He's like, "What y'all doing?" Right? It's funny as hell, right? It's funny as hell. But I'm like, are you paying attention to your sister and your brother? Because everybody doesn't think like y'all. He probably watches some craziness online and you're not. So you really have to be down to earth with them and tell them and talk to them like a grown-up. Like when I talk to Shemaiwan, I don't talk to him like, we don't talk to him. Do you talk to him like a kid? Like a baby? Do you ever see us do that? He's 8. We're talking to him like a grown-up. Listen, this is what you're supposed to know, right? And we're training him in that way. So we talk to him regular. Yeah. You were going to say something.
So is it basically just hoping that the training and stuff works out, and if something happens, then you just deal with it from there? Or is there more?
You're asking something that is beautiful, brother. I want to hug you right now. Because you're right. When does this seeking the Lord take hold? And when is it within this individual? See, that's the point of the first scripture we started with. Your own soul salvation. There is something that cannot, your parent or man, nobody can't put in you, which is the desire to serve the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we could be teaching him. Right? Now, we're all human. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to mess up. A child is going to mess up. I messed up being in the truth. I always tell you all about that, right? I messed up along the way. My thing was what? Relationships, right? Thinking that, I could dive in a relationship. It's the same thing brothers do nowadays. I could dive in relationships without any brains, right? Dealing with women, what really not understanding you're taking on a responsibility. Mistakes. That's fornication, right? So I was fornicating, right? Drinking. My problem was like, I wasn't a drunk and I could give up, but I just like drinking, right? I know I wasn't addicted, because when I was like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to drink. I don't like drinking no more. I just stopped. You know what I mean? You want something? I'm good. It's just easy. So drinking without understanding how to drink, how to partake in these things. So now you're drunk, right? So I'm not afraid to talk about that, because this is of my 20s and leaving in my 30s. You see what I'm saying? So, but mistakes in the truth. But one thing that never came in my mind? The Most High wasn't real. The truth ain't the truth. It's like it never came in my mind that there's one thing in this life I don't want to do. Like, I don't want to serve or believe in the word of the Most High. That can't be put in somebody. You got to desire that. That got to be innately in you. You see what I'm saying? So, a lot of times, the mark is missed, like what we're talking about. That mark is missed with kids, or you're like, well, what happens along the way? Well, maybe because you're taking for granted, you're not seeing as you should be seen, right? You're not looking at these things in your life and saying, you're like being around y'all, like being in a camp. Hearing your story, hearing this brother's story, hearing his story, hearing Aria's story, right? And seeing that, damn, you know what? Do I want to go down that road? Like, who wants to be a baby daddy? Raise your hand. If I ask that, everybody's going to be like, But that came when what? You randomly chose a rando woman without discretion. And so you start to see, bad decisions were made because I didn't have wisdom and knowledge guiding my decisions. So now you get under this bond or this yoke to how to do things properly, right? Because everybody's under that yoke now. You're not going to be a drunk no more. You're not going to fornicate no more. The Most High is not happy with that. So you're what? Shackled. Right? Damn, I can't have fun no more, just drink randomly? Nah, you can't do that. Or I can't just pick up any chick and be like, you know what? She's a potential. No, you're under a bond now. You're under the bond of the covenant. You're an example, right? So what happens? Do you see that and do you appreciate that? A lot of kids are like, you want me to be under a bond when I'm trying to get free? Right? I just turned 18. I'm trying to get litty. Right? I'm trying to get in these streets. Right. But they don't know the cost. They're not tripping on that. They're just what? I want to be free. So here's the question. You being a young man, how old are you? You're 20 years old. Why wasn't your role, I just want to be free? And why was it the Most High appealed to you? Why did the Most High appeal to you? Yeah.
I mean, I was looking for it. Like, I grew up in church.
Right.
And like I never not believed in God. And then just as I got older, like as a kid, I don't know if anybody really liked church.
Right.
As a kid. So like, we always felt like drag there and stuff.
Right.
You just want to go outside and play. So like as I got older, I kind of seen the value in it. And then it's just, I seen going to church, like I would have Bible studies and they're still smoking and drinking. And you have an idea that is wrong.
Right.
Scriptures don't prove that. And then so, I guess as I got older, I wanted a connection or I wanted more understanding of the Bible. And then it's right out here.
Right. And then the truth, something appealed to you. You're like, this path is the true path.
Yeah.
That's what got to be in you. It got to be in you though, right? So the same thing with the kids. Like at an age, they're going to have to make the decision, am I going to be a fornicator? Am I going to meet the first chick I meet? Or am I going to follow the commandment? Am I going to do it the way I had? How many classes you had on that? Right? Mm-hmm. How many classes had you had on how to deal with a woman? And they're going to have to go back in their database and say, she's dope. But guess what? Is she dope in the spirit?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They're going to have to come to that age to say, all that what I've been trained on. It's like going to karate school. I always talk to Aaron about that. It's like going to karate school. When is your reflex going to reflex and it's like, or you going to start swinging like a girl? Right? You learn all this karate, all this Wing Chun, and you're in there learning all that Wing Chun, and the first thing that happens when somebody grabs you is you do what? You smack them like a gun. Get off me. You're going to be like, damn, you didn't learn nothing. Right? So it's the same thing for them. Right? So they got to start looking into themselves and saying, do they desire the Most High?
There you go.
Or are they here because Dad keeps bringing me here?
Yeah.
Right? And then there's going to be a certain age that beard comes in, the mustache come in, they get a little hair on the chest right there. They're going to be like, I'm a grown man now, Dad. Then they start talking like this. Their chin gets up a little bit more. They're going to have to make the damn decision, right? Just like you made the decision. So that's the thing. These things are to point out the outcome if they don't make the right decision. Anything can happen in life. You could be just in a house and it could fall on you. Job's kids, right? So yeah, you go ahead.
I'm not trying to take it off. So I know like my mom told me like as I got older, then I can make the decision if I wanted to come to church or not. So if like in the truth, if they kind of said like nah, I'm not messing with it. Like how do you what do you like? Because we kind of I wouldn't say we got forced to go to church, but it was like you're a kid, you don't got a choice.
So, we deal with them just like everybody else. We ain't forcing nobody. I'm not forcing nobody, but there's a lifestyle to be around me. There's a lifestyle to be around me. So if you're around me, you're going to live this lifestyle. If you're not around me, that's on you. You see what I'm saying? So they know to be in this presence, you're not just going to be dipping through at night, drunk, high, you know what I mean, in the streets and then be like, you know, my dad's in the truth and I'm over here. Like, there ain't none of that. No. You want to be grown? Live what is grown.
You got it.
You get your own place. You live your own life. Mm-hmm. You do those things. And then when you're ready and you realize that's not worth it, hopefully sooner than later, then you're welcome. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, look, I talked to my son in New York, right? He's probably 30 something now. Okay, 29, right? He's 29 now, right? We got a good relationship. He talks. He comes down. Y'all see him in class. He popped in when we were over at the house. He sat in the back. But he wants to live his life in New York. I gave him many opportunities. I give him the word. I give him the scriptures. I hit him with things like dealing with relationship. I'm like, your relationship's not going to get right until you learn this is what the Most High said. He's telling us why we're off and we're out of the way. I talk to him. I tell him. I show him. But he's a man. He's like you, Ak. He's like you. He got to make the decision to be able to say, you know what? What my pops is giving me is worth something, right? It's more valuable.
Yeah.
So literally, it's the same thing, right? It's nothing that changes. But what we, because they're under our tutelage now, under tutors and governors, we're doing all of our best to remind them the repercussions of choices and the road that they can go down, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking like in a minor standpoint, like I mean kids be kind of bold, so like a 14-year-old be like, you know, I'm not messing with it.
Bruh, if my son, like if Marwaller being 16, if he was acting like that, bruh, I would tell him, okay, you're gonna emancipate, you're gonna go live life. I'm not messing around with that shit. I'm not messing around with that at all. I don't give a damn if Shemaiwan is a kid, right? He's gonna get beat. Shemaiwan's 8. He gonna get the belt. You know what I mean? He out of order, right? But when you get this age where you big as me, I'm not gonna be trying to beat you with no belt. The belt is the repercussions of life. Yeah. You know what I mean? His son, he's like, okay, go do what you gonna do, and then when you're ready, I'm here for you. And not that communication is purposely cut off. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I communicate with my son. You know what I mean? But he wants to learn the hard way. That's what way he want to learn. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's the decision that my kids, like if Shariah or Quadashaya, they made the choice to go down a weird path, like I love you, but that's not going to be in my vicinity. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
There's this girl. She's one of the managers at the store in the mall. And she noticed me in Hot Rocks Fringes, and she was like, yeah, my parents are Hebrew Israelites. She said it just like that because when you see her, June 1st, she was dressed in the rainbow. She was dressed in the rainbow, so she understands. Pride. Yeah, she understands about being a Hebrew Israelite, but she definitely, like you said, she distanced herself from that. She associated us with her parents. She was like, oh, okay, cool. Good kudos to you guys.
Right, and that's what we're seeing here with the sons of Samuel. Right? We're seeing the same thing. We're seeing that they're not following after the character of the father. Job's sons, they weren't following after the character of Job. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This last thing. Could there be a class on so say like the kid is growing up and you how to I would assume you wouldn't want to be like on their back, like trying to force it on them.
Right.
Right. So I was trying to see if there could basically be like a class on how to tactfully, I want to say maneuver them.
I know what you mean. Meaning raise them. How do you raise them where the truth is not shackles and chains?
Yeah, especially when you start seeing it kind of veer off. Like they get older, and you see
I got that relationship now with my kids. Like they're at this age to where they're going to come into that. I'm making a decision. Shariah's made it. She made her decision, right? She could have said, "Listen, I don't want to be in the truth. You know what I mean? I want to go do my own thing." She's grown enough to go do that, right? She's obviously engaged to you, so she could be grown enough to be like, "I don't want to do that no more." But how did we maneuver that from Marwalla age of 16 to 23 is you don't force anything. Nothing is forced, right? It's a natural, right? Coming to class from our wallet is natural. Shemaiwan, hey, we're going to class. Oh, cool, Dad, I want to go. Kazak is, Dad, I want to go to class. It's a natural thing. Yes, we can't go over there, but there's nothing never forced, right? Even praying, right? Kazak, he's like, I'm like, we're going to pray now. He's the one that will not 100% yet lock in. He does when he feels like it. We're going to pray now. He's like, okay, I feel like it right now. And then he goes up and he just emulates, right? But there's no, boy, get your ass here. You go pray. Face easy. You pull his hair back and then you like tie him up to the wall. Like, nobody doing
Judy used to pinch you under the, you be in church and you be trying to fall asleep.
Yeah.
You get your top layer of your skin pinched off.
Nah.
Like, and you gotta, y'all remember that. You trying to doze off in church, your grandma, your mom would pinch the hell out of you. You like, this is boring. I don't want to be here. And it wasn't having conversation that make you relate. It make you appreciate, you know?
Right. It's a natural willingness.
Yeah.
Like I never had to, like that's why I was showing my wallet. Like it's the same way he sees us raise the boys. Like we never forced them. It was what we were doing, and guess what they wanted to do? What we're doing. And then obviously that changes at an age, right? They start to come in their mind, and then they're realizing they're making decisions in their life. You see that? So, but the simple part of it is nothing is never forced, right? It's natural, right? Natural affection. So when Kazak, as he's learning, he's 3, right? He's on his rampage year, right? So when the more and more you're training him and you're telling him, hey, we got to pray though, right? Hey, you see your brother and your sister praying, and he went, oh yeah, I want to follow that. But and then more and more you start to see he went through it. And then he naturally what? I'm going to face these. We're supposed to be praying and asking the Most High. But does he know what he's doing yet? Do we know why he's doing it yet? And at Mawala's age, or let me take that back. At Shemaiwan's age, he's 8. He's supposed to start it coming into this mind of comprehending why we pray to the Most High. Like, why you praying to an invisible God? And those conversations are supposed to be happening. You see that? And then that's developing his reasoning on why he do. But he's going to go online and he's going to go to school and they're going to teach him science. And now you got a war going on. That's what was going on with Mawala. He was learning the science and he was like, he didn't know the war was happening. I knew the war was happening. He's like, yeah, but so it was like but science tells you, and then I have to come back and be like, yeah, but let's think about it like this. And then I will go to war with that war that they're putting in his mind. So nothing's forced. It's continual teaching, right? Let's jump back to the point. Go ahead.
1 Samuel chapter 8 and verse 3.
10 and 12. Go ahead.
And his sons walked not in his ways.
Read.
But turned aside after lucre.
Go ahead.
And took bribes.
Right. You see that? So all the things, the character he was, like you used to saying, they were just the opposite.
Yeah.
What is this? You're like the age of rebellion, right? You know what? I'm gonna do things against what you're doing. All right. Okay. Well, let's see how the Most High deal with you and kids that do that. You see that? Because once again, the whole coming to age, you were supposed to see why houses didn't fall on your father, but look at you, a house fell on you. Right? You're dead because what? You didn't look at nothing that your father and appreciate nothing why he lived, how he lived, why he seeked the Most High, why he searched the scriptures, why that was the most important thing to him in life.
You don't got a reason not to follow
right.
that because you didn't see any negative from that. You
right.
didn't see, well, Dad, you so much in the Bible, now the lights is off. Dad, you so much serving the Lord, and now we're out of food. You don't have any evidence to say that this is something that I shouldn't reverence. And as you're talking about it, it makes you think of like when you were a kid, what was some of the things that the world put you on a path to say? Your role models. Like, who's my role model? Who's my idol? and you will pick, people outside of your own household before you even look at those that provide for you on a day-to-day, every single day. The one that took you to the hospital, the one that's there when you're about to crash out, the one that feeds you. You're saying, no, but I want to be like such and such. He's my role model. So that means everything that you see doesn't have a value in it to you. So it's not going to be, let me pick up the baton.
And guess
you know who do that? You made a statement the other day. It's not us, it's them. Their children, the DuPonts, the Vanderbilts and the Rockefellers, they see a value in that, and they're going to run.
They want to be just like that.
Yeah.
Listen, Trump is corrupt. His kids are what? I want to be just like that. Eric, what's his name? They're like, bro, we're gonna be just doing with that. But us, guess what? When they go up to those awards, who do they think?
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Don't say it. Who do they think? Who's the first ones they think when they get those awards? What? Who? Mama.
What they say.
They do not think that is rare for them to get up. I'm thinking my dad. Because that's what they stripped. They stripped the strong black, Hispanic, Native American man image. And they're like, no. And obviously the one homes and all that, right? So you got the one homes. But dad ain't going to be the first. I watched my mama, a strong black woman. Right? Well, what the hell happened to dad?
Yeah.
Right? And yes, dad fell victim. He fell victim to the game. But still, why is it not dad? Because their dad fell from the understanding. Mm-hmm. He fell from the path. He fell from the wisdom. So the Most High is showing us, right? Mm-hmm. And then you look to the woman, or you look to a stranger. Yeah. A stranger. Man, I want to be just like Jordan. Who you want to be when you grow up? Man, I want to be just like this guy. When's the black Hispanic Native American kids talk about, I want to be like my dad?
I never heard that before. Ever.
I think I heard one sports star say, yeah, my dad was a strong thing in my life. Maybe one. And that is crazy. So this is what's going on here. But remember, we're not talking about sports stars.
Right.
We're not talking about, he's the best lawyer.
Right.
He's the best doctor. We're talking about things that's saving your soul. Because by all means, you're going to get money. That's an equation for humanity, to eat and clothe yourself. That's not a problem. But what about your mental and spiritual content, and what are you going to do? What are you going to do with that money? Right? You're going to be a Diddy, you're going to be a R. Kelly, you're going to be a Trump. Right? You're going to be corrupt. You're going to be a Netanyahu. Right? Right? Really, what you going to be? I want to be a leader of the free world. Yeah, what type of leader you going to be? Because that's determining off your integrity, off of your mind, and off the things you put in your dang brain. Right. Or you're going to be wicked and corrupt. Who grows up and says, man, when I grow up, I want to be a mass murderer? Nobody. But how did you get to be a mass murderer? What things did you mentally let go and slip when it comes to your psyche? Who's growing up and say, hey, y'all, man, when I grow up, I want to be a junkie? None of us. None of us says that. But how many junkies are out there? Where did they slip in their mind, in their mental, in their thinking to lead them down that road?
Yeah, where was the disconnect from seeing the good examples, the ones that showed you the right way? Why you didn't have a value in that?
Right.
Why you forsook that and then picked up this thing that was unprofitable? Right? Can I get one?
Yeah.
Go to 1 Timothy 5 and 17. 1 Timothy 5 and 17.
Look. Once again, tomorrow we're going to be street speaking early for their little 250 4th of July garbage thing. So everybody here should know. I know we're not going to be online, but just letting everybody know we're going to be out there early tomorrow. All right. So we're not having Sabbath class. We're going to be out in the streets teaching for a few hours, from 1 to about 7, 8. All right. So we're going to be out there for a little bit. All right. So just letting y'all know that's That's why I'm taking it to go over because we're not having classes tomorrow. All right. So, all right, go ahead.
Yeah. Tune in to Houston. They'll be online YouTube for those that's online. But go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17. Let the elders that rule well.
Let the what?
Elders that rule well.
Right. This what we seen from Job, what we seen from Samuel. They were elders. They were fathers that ruled well. Right. We don't have the dysfunctional chapter about and Samuel was skeptical, and Samuel was doubting, and Samuel had to go to the bar, and Job was doing his own thing. No, these were men that were upright. Right. Why didn't their children look at that and say, damn, dad is ruling well? I got good examples in front of me. Go ahead.
Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor.
What should their children have been doing? What should you be doing? Because again, you don't have that story. You don't have the dad and mom pay-per-view events. Yeah, dad and mom were fighting again last night. Not having a verbal fight. Like we talk about furniture moving. We talk about mom coming downstairs with the black and white TV on her eye. Dad coming out going to work with a bite mark on his face. What the heck happened? You don't have that. And you know what? It's crazy because you can laugh at it, but there's children that's traumatized. That are traumatized, that don't want relationships with people at all. Forget a partner. They're so traumatized because they've been in a house of chaos, they want to be alone.
Yeah, what's that song by J. Cole? It's called 3 Wishes. One of the greatest songs I've ever heard, but it was basically a song about him wishing that he picked up a pistol and pistol whipped his step-pop.
That was beating on his mom, right? Think about it. You don't have that song to sing.
Yeah.
You don't have that reality to try to escape from. So it should be a celebration. It should be a Barakatah Yahweh every day. Look who I have as my elder.
Yeah.
Look who I have that's watching over me. Go ahead.
Especially they who labor in the work.
Especially the one, I got a dad that was not a base level that is feed me, clothe me, buy me clothes, buy me Pampers, be the coach dad. Like, okay, clap it up for you being a base level man, right? But you talk about a man that's striving to be godlike. That's taking that I don't need to go to Yale and Harvard to really deal with your mind. I'm gonna be your psychiatrist and not prescribe you any barbiturates or damn narcotics to help you deal with life. I'm gonna show you how to get comfort like I get comfort. Why does that man not deserve double honor? Why is that not who I'm patterning myself after? Why is that not? That's the one that's supposed to get the reverence, but it's not. It's the one that got the M's behind his page. Mm-hmm. You know, the one that got 0.2 point something M. Right? Because he's got to be smarter than you. You don't say that. You don't say he's smarter than your dad, but he gets more of your time. He actually is more fun, right? He's more fun than your dad. Like, this is what you're showing about our own father. This is what Job's, Samuel's children showed us. And we're repeating these things instead of learning from it. Finish it up.
Especially they who labor in the word and doctrine.
Right. What doctrine? Is dad taking you through like the different confusion? Like you listen to Kazakian story, like you got one brother that got a Buddhist name and one brother that got a Bible name, and it's like, imagine how confusing that would have been growing up. You don't got that. You don't got that. We like a lot of y'all don't have that, and don't see the value of the stability and peace that a good leader, a good example, a good father, a good mother, it brings to you. To say, damn, I should be that avenger. We always go to it, right? Avenger, one like unto. I didn't jump.
No.
One like unto himself. That's the way you pay it back. You supposed to be like that. Everything you did, your sacrifices, your love, your commitment to me, more than just putting Pampers and clean underwear.
Yeah.
Let me take that and go on with it.
Yeah, because it's like when I talk to my kids, I'm like, you can do whatever you want in life. You're going to be great. But what's got to be the first thing you do?
Fear the Lord.
Fear the Lord, keep his commandments. Like, and that's the thing, that's what's supposed to matter above all this, because everything else, once again, the chase for the dream or money or finances or success or for all the carnal things, How many people in the world is surviving mentally, psychologically and emotion? That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about, bro, are you going to be at 40 years old walking the streets, picking out the trash? Because why? You just lost your damn mind. That's what people we be around.
Yeah.
I got family members like that.
Damn.
That's homeless, just walking the streets. Hey, once you get in the home, I don't trust nobody. It's like, what are you talking about? Esau's everywhere. Like, that's what the hell you want to be? Right? Is that what, like, y'all, like, you, a lot of you youngsters don't live in reality. Your vision is small. That's why when you ask you young-minded people, what do you want to do? You still don't know.
Yeah.
And that's a damn problem. What do you want to do when you grow up? I'm not sure yet. Like, nigga, you 20-something, like, you still don't know? You don't know what you want to do? What's going on? And you shouldn't have a loss for words for these things. Yeah, all right. Where you at?
Especially if you've seen the results of all of the labor. Right? It's not like you've seen, like, you know, man, you talk about being unplugged from the matrix. You talk about watching, like, coming from a lineage of being plugged into the system.
Yeah.
Right? Get you a good job, be a man, make sure you got your retirement, make sure you're able to take your children to Disney World, make sure you teach them how to swim, make sure you break all the stereotypes of what it is to be a nigga, right? Don't be like the other cousin, the other side of the family. But then you give yourself to that. 30 years. Your kids don't even appreciate that. Nope. They haven't shown, thank you, Dad, for not raising me in the neighborhood that you grew up in. There's not that. There's no reciprocation through demonstration of that. Then you sitting there, right? You retired, and you don't even know what the hell to do with your life.
Yep.
Because you have nothing. You just was a slave all your life. So you got the money, but you're just sitting there watching the days just go by.
Yeah.
Watching the paint dry.
No unity in the house. Your kids, it's like you're like Esau. We go to all these houses delivering packages. All these old folks, their kids is gone.
Yep.
So when they go down and out, they gonna get just put in a home. You know what I mean? Their kids ain't there to strengthen, to support these things. Let me say this. We're also talking about the women as well.
Yeah.
Remember, your mother, your mom could be in those streets. Your mom can be giving herself to whoredom. Your mom can be giving herself to fornication. And all guys, how many guys she been with in the last year? How many guys your mama been with in the last year?
Do your mother got a twerk video?
Right.
That's a kid's reality though. They be like, hey, we got the video of your mom. Your mom's OnlyFans.
Right. Y'all gotta understand these things. That
crazy.
Listen, a curse, Deuteronomy 28, can be more on you when you reject knowledge. So that's what we're reminding you. Like, you want to go down that path that we running from, you're tripping. We ran from that path. We ran from that idea, those mind states. Where are you at?
That's it on that.
Yeah.
That was something
That's
that
it on
was
that.
hard for me to see in the mall most of the time. Because we let these young men like around not talking.
Yeah.
But their mom looks like their age, but like she has like
Yeah. Body out. Gut out.
Gut.
Stretch marks out. Yeah.
No, that's my baby.
Right. But you carry yourself like right? You carry yourself like this.
You can see on the kid's face, like how embarrassed.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed of mom, but I can't say it.
Yeah.
Mom's a thought. You know what I mean? She been ran through. She got every cat's coming through. Within a year, she already ran through 5 cats. And that was when I was from 16 to 17.
Damn.
You know what I mean? That ain't it. I done had how many daddies? I done had how many, right? Because mom is not holding herself up to the standard, right? So there's that life out there that we're supposed to know that it's not good, that we're supposed to reject it. Remember, we're cursed. Curse is not a joke. Falling into the curses is not a joke. It's not funny. It's real, and we're supposed to be running from those things. All right, finish that. Come on. Let's finish this out.
1 Samuel chapter 8, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah.
Right.
And said unto him,
right.
Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways.
Yeah, now you got everybody. Now look at your sons. Look at the name.
Yeah.
They're luckily the Lord. Luckily in the Lord, your name can't be diminished, even if it's your family. Even if it's your family. These cats were like, man, your sons are off, but we know you ain't.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing about making your name to the Father and seeking out your own soul salvation. So you can do all you can, but your name is still going to stand, parents. So go from there. Go read that Psalms 34:19, Psalms 37 and 37, Psalms 34 verse 19.
Psalms 34 verse 19.
Let's get these last ones. I won't go into the other points because we're gonna be here late if we do real late. Go ahead.
Many are the afflictions of the righteous.
Many are what?
The afflictions of the righteous.
Yeah, many are the afflictions of the righteous. Right? This is what Job seen in his kids seen in his house. Read.
But the Most High delivered him out of them all.
But the Most High, and they died. They didn't even get a chance to see what? That Job was what? Upright. He delivered. He survived all that. Most High smote them out of there. Right? Go ahead.
He keepeth all his bones.
Right. The Most High protect Job to the end. And guess what? Even at his age, they were supposed to see, man, the Most High kept this man. Why invest in the Father?
Yeah.
Why give myself to the Most High? Why to make him first in my life?
Yeah.
Why that got to be the most important thing? Because I'm watching it happen. It happened my whole life.
Right.
But when you move and you're oblivious and you're just like living like a heathen, you're like, I'm just here. You know what I mean? And then you just wake up one day like, oh yeah, I don't want to do with dad or mom. I don't see nothing. You didn't see nothing? You took everything for granted? Yeah. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Where you at?
Now one of them is broken.
Right. Go from there. Go to the next one.
Psalms 37 verse 37.
No. Let's try it again now.
Psalms 37 verse 37.
Go ahead.
Mark the perfect man.
No, they got to hear you online. Let's do it again. Go ahead.
Mark the perfect man.
There you go. Mark the perfect man.
That's right.
You were supposed to be looking at him. That Samuel's kids were supposed to be looking at Samuel and be like, hold on a second. They were supposed to be looking at Job and saying, hold on a second. I'm seeing something here. I'm seeing something great. We all go look back at Job and at Samuel and be like, wow. But guess their kids did.
That's right there.
That was right there next to them.
Damn.
They didn't. Nobody. Their kids ain't wild when they're like, whatever.
Yeah, that's just dad.
That's his dad. That's his mom.
That's his mom.
I'm not impressed.
I'm not impressed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why? Because they were just not godly. What was it in them? What was it in them though? Let's ask that. What was it? Because it could have been some things, right?
Yeah.
What is it in you? If you're not looking at it like that, if you're not saying, damn, am I taking for granted all the things the Most High have done? Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, you compare and contrast. You ask them what's going on in their life and ask them, is that a product of following the Bible or not following the Bible?
Right.
Like when you look at it, it's just a quote, but Psalms 92:1, we read it all the time.
Yeah.
It says, it is a good thing to give praise to, it says, it is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord. Mm-hmm. If that question's not asked and then shown through the actions, like Paul said, you show me faith without works, I'm going to show you faith by my works.
Right.
The way your peers in your schools are living, is that according to the Bible or is that according to not the application of the Bible?
Or is it according to the basic common sense? Like, you know, it's like you lose all damn common sense because a peer or these kids or people in the world, and not realizing that common sense should tell you that what they're doing is not sensible.
Right.
They're not using their brains. Common sense should.
But it's not common.
Right.
Because common is given to those who give themselves to that knowledge.
Right.
Of the Most High, then it becomes second nature, first nature.
Yeah.
But if you're replicating the okay, I'm a young broke YN and quotes and stuff like that, throwing up gang signs and acting like it looks cool, then what is that effect? What effect in the future is that going to have when you go down that path?
Exactly.
As opposed to looking at, okay, well, I don't see my peers, I don't see brothers doing that.
Right.
So
Or the daughters.
I don't see the daughters doing that.
Or just think about it. The daughters looking at mom and saying, well, how many baby daddies your mom got? So if I'm going to get into this relationship, am I looking at longevity? You know what I mean? Because I think about it. Shawashana Shalamayan, they don't have any kids besides them from one man.
Right.
How many kids you want to have from how many men? I mean, just ask yourself, how many kids you want? And from how many men? You don't want none? Fine. Your husband's going to want some soon. And then what? You're going to bear children because you love your husband. Right? Because small Mario. Right, you're gonna bear children, and that might be when you're older, Barakatayawa. But eventually, your husband's gonna be like, you know what? I want a little big head kid that looks like me running around. Right? And then what? You're gonna have a little child. You see that? But guess what? You're not gonna be. You're not gonna have 4 baby daddies. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's these things we take for granted. We don't want to see. Right? Go ahead.
And behold, the upright.
It says, read it from the top.
Mark the perfect man.
I love you. It's in you. You're a giant. You got to speak like when you on that court.
That's right.
You got to push it out. You're a giant, Ak. Just push it out more. Go ahead. Read it again.
Mark the perfect man.
And
behold the upright.
There you go. See? It's in you. Go ahead.
For the end of that man is peace.
The end of that man is what? Is what? Is what? You're like, how many times your dad got put over because he had the pack, the sack, the blunt, the pistol? You know what I mean? How many times your mom got pulled over because she was giving top in the front seat of the whip for the $50? Like, I mean, you want to? What y'all want to? Y'all want to really talk? Y'all want to talk the talk, or y'all want to play? But that's what y'all don't know. You know what? Mary Poppins' life. Everything's good. Mom comes out. Behold the Lord, and you're like, but you didn't know your mom was. Back in the days, what was she doing? What was dad doing? Like, she forsook that life. Your dad forsook that life. You're supposed to be like, well, why'd y'all forsake it? You know what I mean? Mom, you was a blunt head. Why'd you stop? Let her walk you through that path. Mom, so you ever pop pills? Dad, you ever pop pills? You ever did this? Ass. Then reality kicks in. Damn, mom was a, wow. You were like, oh, maybe don't ask, right? Don't ask?
I think it should be an ask.
Hell yeah, it should be.
Yeah, it should be an ask.
Because there's nothing to be ashamed of right now. Like when I tell y'all my thought process, I can take pride and say I'm not doing that for many of years. So you should take pride in to be able to say I forsook the old man, right? I forsook the old ways, the old thinking, and this is why, right? There it is. Like that's what way the hell off, no doubt, right? And they need to have those talks, yeah.
I think encouraging. Just, it's weird actually. Mom's been through some different stuff, and you've been through some other stuff that I really needed to get through. So asking you was a big like, okay, if he went through it and he could do it, and that was a bit worse, then I can do this. So
right.
I think asking your parents, I mean, it was just encouraging, like actually.
Yeah, and that's that bond. Like when you start realizing that there's things that can be conquered, things that can be overcome, then you start to realize that what you're going through is not, there can always be worse, right? Perspective, exactly.
There's no gas in the car. That's your trouble nowadays?
One last scripture. Go to Proverbs 10 and 30. Because like I said, we'll be here to 1 in the morning. Proverbs 10 and 30. I see some yawns. I know y'all are tired. You know what I mean? Read that.
Proverbs chapter 10, verse 30.
Go ahead.
The righteous shall never be removed.
The what?
The righteous shall never be removed.
The what?
The righteous shall never be removed.
Job stuck around. Where his kids go? Gone. Removed. Right? Dead as hell, right? Go ahead.
But the wicked shall not inhabit the earth.
The wicked shall not inhabit the earth. When you look at these righteous men, they lasted. They died in their old age. But you start looking at their sons, Saul's kids. What happened to them?
Oh, damn.
The Most High wiped out Saul's kids.
Eli's kids.
He wiped out Eli's kids.
So
that which we were going to go into the next. But yeah, he wiped out Eli's. We've been over this. We've been over this. But yeah, he wiped these kids out. He didn't play with them. Yeah.
I got a precept. I was talking about the car earlier today. But the Israelites, us, right? Ezra, the world be made for us. Go
ahead, read it. What you got?
No, it's the same one you just read.
Oh, Proverbs 10 and 30?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So the Most High is reminding us, man, that the righteous will not be removed. Why are you doing what you're doing? What has these righteous men, what did they have that the kids didn't value? They didn't pick up. They didn't see it was worth it, right? So anyway, like I said, let's go ahead and end it there because we'll keep going and going and going and going. All right, any other quick questions? The one Shawab got, what's his question?
So it's he put Mark 4 and 34. Then he said, so my question on the scripture is that when the other scripture says they have ears and they hear not, and they have eyes but they see not.
Yeah.
But your ears hear and your eyes see. So with that, how?
Well, remember. Okay, let's go to Mark 4 and 34. Let's go there first. Remember that's symbolic. That's symbolism. Your eyes hear, your eyes see, and your ears hear. Right? Yes. But what the other scripture you're quoting Isaiah? They have eyes that see it. Well, it's a few times it was said, but it also in Isaiah says, "Who is deaf but my servant?" Right? So it's not that we are all a deaf nation. Is that the other scripture says they stop the ears.
Right.
They do this. I don't want to hear. So read that.
Mark chapter 4, verse 34.
Go ahead.
But without a parable spake he not unto them.
Right.
And when they were alone, he expounded all things to his disciples.
Go ahead.
And the same day, when the evening was come.
Okay, so that Mark is good. Now let's go to the other gospel to where he says the same thing, because he tells them that it's not given to them. It's not given for everybody. Let's go there. Just to expound on this point here, and then but when we go into they have eyes and see not. Get me that one too, because he quoted it. Isaiah 6?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Read. Did we get the other gospel where he quoted it? Well, because it expounds a little bit more. Do I have to look? Let me see. He says,
Come on, when they asked him, why do you speak to us in parables?
yeah. It says it's not. Wow.
Oh wait, is it 13? 13 and 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start 11. Start at 11.
At 11?
Yeah.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 11. He answered and said unto them,
Right?
because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom
Oh,
of heaven.
go back up.
Verse 10.
10.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And the disciples came and said unto him,
Uh-huh.
why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Uh-huh.
He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
Right. Why wasn't it given to everybody? No, I'm asking you, why wasn't it given to the other people he was talking about? Why? I can't hear you. You got to talk loud and strong.
Because he believed in the Bible the most?
Very good. You're almost there. That was real good because they believe more than the other people, right? The other people were coming for fish and bread.
That's right.
So Christ knew what was in their heart. They were really coming to hear and to learn. That's why I said it's not given to them. And what he further even said is, what happens is, it says, my sheep hear me and follow and come after me. So what happens is, you know them because they believe, because they're going to go seek it out and they're going to want it. These other people, he was saying, it's not given to them because they didn't really want it. They were not coming over there to hear the truth. They were coming over there for food and bread. So Christ was pulling their card. Right? What you were going to say?
Is the other one that says blindness is happening in part to Israel?
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
you know, got that.
Yeah. Romans 11 and 7.
Yeah.
Go there. I mean, y'all can get that one too, but finish where you at, Aharon.
Says, but to them it is not given.
Right?
For whosoever hath, to him shall be given.
See, because what do they have? They have a desire, or the scriptures tell you, there must be first a willing mind, right? In that which is acceptable. So he's telling them that because there was some that didn't really want the word of the Most High, and the ones that wanted it, he said, stop what you're doing, come and follow me, and they will what? They will go with him. You don't hear any discrepancies with the apostles when they say, he said, listen, come and follow me. They run in there like, hey, we found the Christ. We found the one. They're moving on it, right? It was in their spirit. The other cats are over there for the food and bread, for the fake fake camaraderie. It wasn't even real because they didn't really want to learn about brotherhood. It was just there for the moment, right? Okay, so before we go to the Romans, let's go to the Isaiah.
Isaiah 6 and, 9?
Yeah. Go to Isaiah 6 and 9. Somebody read that.
Isaiah chapter 6 and verse
9. Uh-huh.
And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understood not.
Right. He said, go and tell them that you hear, but you don't understand. Right? You got ears, but you don't get it, right? You don't comprehend it. Go ahead.
And see ye indeed, but perceive not.
Right, you see it, like you see what's going on. It's like what we were just talking about. You got all this information online. You know the devil's a lie, right? You know this, everything they post to us is a lie. Why would you fall into their trap? What is your problem? Are you deaf? Are you dumb? Are you blind? Right? Go ahead.
Make the heart of his people fat.
Right, and this is what the Most High was going to do. He's not talking about the physical heart. He's talking about the mental, the mental heart. He was going to make it fat, right? To where what? Read on.
And make their ears heavy.
Right, and make their ears heavy, meaning there's a weight, right? When weight on your mind to where you can't, you know how you feel the fog?
Yeah, this ain't piercing now.
Yeah, it's like your head is thick. Like you say, you got a hard head, you got a thick head. Right? Why? Because you don't understand? Nah, I don't get it. Like this, so Shelamiah was telling me, she was talking to the sister. She said, "Sister, you know English. You just went to college. You know what she, like she went through the like. Those are asking questions. Why are you acting like you slow? Because that's how our people want to get when they get stubborn.
Yeah,
they want to act like they don't comprehend now, and then you get it." It's like, oh, but you don't get it? No, I get it. Like, yeah, nigga, I know you get it, but you got a demon on you right now, right? That's how our people get. Go ahead.
And shut their eyes.
They do what?
Shut their eyes.
Meaning they see it. They see the death, the destruction, the lies. You can go to all these Edomite podcasters and they're telling you it's all a lie. Y'all don't get it? The whole head is sick. But they still will come back and look at us like, no, y'all are wrong. We've been saying this, the Bible been saying this 1,000 years ago. Go ahead.
Least they see with their eyes.
Least, because if they let the Spirit enter, they would be able to see all the things that the Father is showing them. Go ahead.
And hear with their ears.
And if you did open up your mind, your spirit, you would be able to hear what is being said. But guess what? They don't want it. Give me the other one. They stop the ears. Go ahead.
And understand with their heart.
And then they would do what?
Understand with their heart.
Right, because all this was about, remember, there's symbolism, right? It's not, when it says they're deaf, they're blind, it's not saying that we're, as a nation, we're deaf and blind. What it's saying is we refuse to see. We refuse to hear. But if you let the Most High in, you will understand and you will get it all. It pops, right? You know how you're like, you know that one time everybody has been through it. And if you ain't been through it yet, maybe the Lord will bring you through it. You will be like, damn. Remember that time in the truth where you're like, hell yeah. Wow, this has been hid. This is what I've been looking for.
Yep.
Right? Like this is real. That's the understanding.
I was saying that. I was meditating that. I had to make a phone call. Like somebody got it.
Yeah.
Like it's real, y'all.
Yeah.
Pinch yourself.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah. It's like it's real. It's beautiful. Go ahead.
And convert.
And what?
And convert.
And that would be the thing to get you to repent and convert and follow the Most High with the whole heart. Right? There's no turning back now. Right? That person is opposite where it says he tasted the good, he tasted the kingdom in the heaven, and he turns back. No, he ain't that person. This person is converted and they're moving forward, right? Yeah. Give me the one, the stop the ears.
Zechariah chapter 7 verse 11.
Read that.
And be healed.
Zechariah chapter 7 verse 11.
Go ahead. And be healed. Right. That was it on that moment. All right, go ahead. Zechariah what?
Zechariah chapter 7 verse 11.
Go ahead.
But they refused.
No. Let's do your reading voice. Come on, Ak.
But they refused.
No, you did it back. You went back to your other voice. Let's get your mighty reading voice. You got it, Ak.
Zechariah chapter 7, verse 11.
Go ahead.
But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder.
They refused to what?
Hearken.
They refuse to hearken. So it's not that our people are actually deaf or they're done. And I'm hoping this is what he was going off of. Like, and correct us if we're not answering the question, Shawab. All right, because we're just going off of what you asked in the scripture. All right, so correct us if we're not. Let us know if you are getting the answer. All right, read it again.
Zechariah chapter 7, verse 11.
Uh-huh.
But they refused to hearken.
Read.
And pulled away the shoulder.
That's what we do. It's like, hey man, let me talk to you. It's like, get your hand off me. I don't want to hear that. Right? Go ahead.
And stop their ears.
And they do what?
And stop their ears.
You know how when you're on the street, you teaching, and they do what? Purposely roll up the window.
Ah. Yeah.
Why? Because they was like, I don't want to hear it. I want to stop everything that's being said. So I roll up the window, right? Go ahead.
That they should not hear.
That they should not hear. Go ahead.
Verse 12.
Yea.
Yea. They made their hearts as in
adamant. So you know how when it says their heads are what did it say? Thick?
Yeah.
It says their hearts are thick. Mm-hmm. That's what it meant. It meant that they make their heads stiff. They make their mind stiff. Unpenetratable. You can't penetrate them.
Right. In Nehemiah, it said they withdrew the shoulder and hardened their neck.
Yeah.
That would not hear.
And we know all these words. Boy, you hard-headed.
Bullhead.
Right, you bullheaded. Right. You thick. You got a thick ass head. Right.
Rockhead.
You a rockhead. Like those are the old school. They would tell you, boy, you got a thick ass head. You hard-headed as hell. Go ahead.
Least they should hear.
He said, and he's saying the same thing that Isaiah said, right? At least if you wouldn't be going down this road, at the least you would be listening to the law of the Most High. Go ahead.
And the words which the Lord of hosts has sent in his spirit by the former prophets.
Right, you will hear what the prophets are saying. You will hear what the law is saying. So that's it on that. Hopefully that answers your question, Nak. All right, that's it. Does anybody have anything else? Quick. As always, remember it's the Shabbat. Everybody keep in Shabbat mode. The arguing, the back and forth, the bickering. This day I want to make it a point to let more demons get on me. Fight this day. Fight those demons. Rebuke Satan. Resist the devil and he shall flee from you. All right?
That's right.
All right. If that's it, let's salute everybody online. Say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Appreciate y'all, brothers and sisters.
That's right. What are you doing with it?
That's actually not yours.